Wild Yinzers kicking through the door, loud like a jag-off at a pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Rivers collide where the laughs always flow. Black and gold thunder everywhere they go. The madcap kings breaking every mold. With two Dum Yinzers, the stories don't get old. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice.
Hey y'all, everybody, welcome back to the show. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Two Dum Yinzers. This is episode 994. The Two Dum Yinzers. We have just 6 short episodes to go till the big 1,000. Guys, we are screaming towards the break, Mike. We're going to get to the 1,000 show, and then we're going to take our summer break. And I got to be honest with you, this is statistically the slowest week of the year for us. We recently just went to the summer break during this week. However, I have an OCD problem, and I can't go on break without getting to our 1,000th episode. So here we are.
It's most people are like, hey, let's take a break, and your brain's like, let's keep grinding, and I'm like, all right, whatever. But I'm right there with you. It'd feel weird to stopping before the break when it's like right there. When you can see it's there, you might as well finish it up.
I feel the same way, man. Again, I've fought back and forth with this. Again, I mean, it's statistically the slowest week. It has been for years. But at the end of the day, I cannot go on break, Mike. And again, this is going to be a long break this year. We're going to go all 5 days this week. We're going to finish up the season next week on Tuesday, providing we don't have any issues again, like with the
right.
The power outages, things of this nature. And then after that, we're going to go almost a 2-week break, Mike, and then come back the Monday, the start of camp that week. So we come back Monday, they'll start showing up Tuesday, Wednesday, camp will start. So that is how it's playing out right now. So again, if things go our way, we should be off mid next week for the break. So that's what it's looking like. But here we are, guys. It's July 6th. Mike, a big holiday weekend. Did you get out and watch fireworks?
Actually, yeah, it was great. Did not have to leave the house. Neighbors here, neighbors there, people down the street there, all were able to see from the yard. One point, I was able to take the kids just down around the block and see some. It was awesome. So it was perfect. Did not have to leave the comfort of my own home to go see some fireworks tonight. during the holiday. So that was perfect, man.
That is lovely.
Perfect.
because anywhere you go, there's about 10 million people, and it's always a pain in the ass. And
Yep.
listen, I'm a total ass backwards person. Like, I don't get into it. I don't understand the fireworks. They're like a parade to me. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. But a lot of people like them, so I'm glad you got to get out and see them. I'm glad you didn't have to go far to watch them.
Yeah, and it was like this was the first year the little man was not afraid of them. Usually his tism with the loud noises and too much overstimulation, he's freaking out. This year he was into it. Every time a boom went off, he's jumping and exciting and celebrating. It was fun. It was cool. It was awesome. I was able to watch him through his eyes be a kid again. So that was fun. Then it was after everything was done, it was like, oh my God, it's hot.
And nobody lost any fingers, so that's always a plus. We can move forward with our lives. There it is, guys, July 6th. We are 69 days, Mike, just 69. I'm not even going to put a player on that today. It is just 69 days from the kickoff of the Steelers in the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh to kick off the NFL season for the Steelers. I know a lot of people can't wait, Mike, but again, it is 69 days from right now. A lot of things to come later this month. We have camp starting. Next month, we have preseason football. And then again, 69 days. We will be, Mike, in the season for the Steelers opening day right here at Acra Shore. So lots of things to get into, Mike, as again, we were screaming towards the vacation. We were screaming towards the 1,000th show, the 5-year anniversary. Season 10, of course, will be starting when we come back. But enough about us. Let's say what's up, people, everybody on the board. Welcome today, everybody. Welcome to the show. Jen, always great to see you, Jen. Welcome back. Jen in the house. Jen just had some surgery. We're hearing some good news on that in her recovery. She's doing really well. Good for you, Jen. Keep up the hard work. We can't wait till you get back to full force. We are certainly with you on this. Jen, go kick its ass, would you? Great seeing you, Jen, back on the terrible board. I do want to say what's up to Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, welcome to the show. Also, I do go ahead, Mike.
Great name.
I seen the big jack-o'-lantern smile come across your face when you seen it. Mike, there you go. Hare Krishna.
Great name. I love it.
Kale Daniels, I do want to say what's up to Kale as well. Hello. Kale says, welcome to the show. Welcome to the terrible board. Welcome back, everybody. Tortilla Jackson, all the way from Sacramento, California, says this. My sources told me JPJ is with your bish. I say, what's up, big dog, all the way from Sacramento. Tortilla in the house. My man, hope all is well with you, man. We missed you on Friday. Hope everything went well. Hope you had a great weekend and a great holiday. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Let's go to Mark Malone. Mark Malone, the man, the myth, the mustache, and the easy baby. Mark Malone says, hey, Jen, long time no see. Yes, Jen, it's great seeing you. I'm glad to see you back. I know that Jen's ready for the season. I do know this, and we're only just 69 days away, so we'll be there before you know it. Let's go here to back to Mark Malone. Mark Malone, he says this. Mike, he says, remember to teach your kids how to shoot bottle rockets and Roman candles at each other. Great seeing you, Mark. Tortilla says this. JPJ will sign for 120 years, $4 million, and $50 million guaranteed. Tortilla shooting for that game ball early today, I see. Just Learning. What's up, bro? He says, what's up, bro? It's always great seeing Just Learning in the house. My man, hope you had a great holiday weekend. I assume that everybody still has all their fingers, Mike. I think they would jump on the terrible board and tell us if they had lost any of their digits over the past couple of days. So far, so good. But you know what? Cody hasn't showed up yet either. So I'm going to wait. Mike, we got a lot of things to get into today. It is Monday. Again, we are here. We're glad to see you back, guys. And I'm going to start with our Pirates and a little bit of controversy. Mike, the All-Star game is coming up real soon. The Pirates, however, Mike, they did get the victory over the Nationals for the series. They did win the series 2-1 with the big 11-5 win yesterday. That puts the Pirates at a 46-45 overall record at this point in the season, Mike, sitting 3 games behind in the wild card, which is, I guess, the reason that you could feel somewhat optimistic about this team and its playoff hopes. Because they are only 3 games out at the halfway point of the season. You're 91 games into the season out of 162. So if you're just sitting 3 games out of the wild card at this point, I guess you still have to, be serious about it. I don't see why you wouldn't. Mike, they win 11-5, again winning the series. They're off today. They come back tomorrow to play the home series against the Braves. They just played them the other week. It was terrible for us. We'll be playing them at home tomorrow. But you know what? Let's talk about the little bit of a controversy that's going on with this team and the All-Star break and everything like this. Mike, Paul Skeens Paul Skeens gets the All-Star nod. And if anybody's been paying attention to baseball, he probably doesn't belong there, Mike, with his let me see if I have it here. His 6-8 record. Your mic's off. But his 6-8 record. And also, I think the bigger controversy is not the fact that Paul Skeens did make it. I think the fact that Braxton Ashcraft did not make it, who has a 9-3 record.
Yeah.
More strikeouts, a lower ERA. Braxton Ashcroft did not make it. And this kind of goes back to what we say when we talk to Tyrone, Mike, about Joey Porter Jr. Once you get that clout, once you get that recognition, once you become that kind of person, you're gonna make the Pro Bowl team every year. He's gonna get everything he asks for when he gets to that point, Mike. And this is exactly where Paul Skeens is right now. And there's nothing that you could have done that would have not landed him on this All-Star team. Again, Mike, he's 6-8, 119 strikeouts, albeit, but 3.62 ERA, and again, Braxton Ashcraft with a 9-3 record, 122 strikeouts, and a 3.24 ERA, not going to the Midsummer Classic.
Yeah. When I saw that was announced, like, yep, this is perfect. This is what we've been talking about for years on the show. Now, it's a popularity contest. Once you're in, you're in. You got to be really, really bad to not want to go in, because it's fan voting. It's who the fans want to see, and you know what? It's for the fans. You got to live with it at that point. So like some of those honors, like all, Pro Bowls and All-Star games, it's all fan service. Who the fans want to see. It's when you start talking all pros and like this, whatever baseball has for their player of the year type situation like that. So yeah, it was a major slight to someone like Ashcraft, or maybe even what Brandon Lowe, who's having a monster year,
21 home runs.
Yeah, so like those guys got screwed. Paul Skeens got rewarded for name recognition and past effort. This is how these All-Star games work, man. It's just a big old popularity contest.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Again, it's just once you fall into that position, like it's hard to get out of it. It really is hard to get out of it. And you can see, like I said, as Paul Skeens gets the nod with a 6-8 record. So again, consider what's going on. And again, I encourage Ty to stay on board with his JPJ hopes and wishes, because I think it's going to come true one day, Mike. And once it does come true, it's going to be hard to shake him off, as it is with TJ Watt and again, Cam Hayward and guys like this. No matter if they have a down season or not, people are still going to continue to gush over the player and such. So I think this is what's is ultimately what Tyrone is waiting for with the JPJ situation, and a little bit what we're seeing here, of course, with Paul Skeens. Mike, let's move on a little bit. The big conversation this week is soccer. The gals, the guys, everybody here in Pittsburgh played some soccer over the weekend. The big game tonight, of course, as Team USA takes on Team Belgium tonight at 8 o'clock. The big matchup. Tyrone in the house, my man. I don't know if you just caught that beginning segment, Ty, but we were talking about Paul Skeens getting the All-Star nod with a 6-8 record. Some people, once you get that clout, you just got that clout. Once you got it, you just got it. And again, once JPJ gets it, it'll be hard to keep him out of that situation. So again, keep your head held, my friend. Your head held high, because I think this is a good example with Paul Skeens for you and everything that we do talk about in that nature. So welcome back, Tyrone. The GOAT is in the house. Always great seeing the GOAT on the terrible board, my man. It is Monday. It is July 6th. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. Guys, also, Mike, let's get back to the soccer briefly here. The guys and the gals here in Pittsburgh, they had some soccer games over the weekend. The guys, they lose 2-0 to the Brooklyn team. Mike, Brooklyn beats them 2-0. They'll be back at it to play Luton United on Saturday at a 5 o'clock start here in Pittsburgh. And the big surprise, or the big shocker for us fans here in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Riveters, they take their first L of the season in the conference finals. And they take the loss 2-1 to Minnesota. The Minnesota Ura, they win, Mike. So that's the good fortune. I thought they would continue to push on. They didn't lose all year. The
Riveters dominated the game before.
They did.
It was like, what, I think 4-1. I think they won. He said so, and then the loss last night. It took me by surprise. I was following along online, and I was like bummed. I was like, "Are you serious?" Because we fell down 1-0 early. We tied it up, and then once I saw the last update, I'm like, I was bummed. I was dejected, man. I was starting to get into these ladies.
Yeah, I was too, man. Good things are coming in the future for them. No two ways about it. I'm like 2 seasons in the league, very successful both seasons. I'm not worried about the gals that kick a football around on the soccer field. I'm not worried at all. Unfortunately, again, like they did take the L this weekend, 2-1 to the Minnesota Aura. Welcome back, everybody. Glad to see everybody walking in the dough. It is after the July 4th weekend. I'm hoping everybody's walking in with 10 fingers. I'm assuming they are, because if they weren't, I'm sure we'd get a picture like Somber just sent with the happy poop. We'd probably get something with less digits than regular. But I do want to say welcome back, everybody. I'm glad to see everybody's alive. That's a good start. Let's get back to the board. Say what's up to everybody on the show. Where every voice matters here in Pittsburgh for the Dum Yinzers show, guys. Let's get to Mark Malone, Jen. There they go. Just learning. Everybody's saying, giving their best wishes to Jen, of course. Everybody's glad to see her doing well. Can't wait to get her back on a regular basis. We miss you, Jen. We sure do. Let's go to Noah. Noah says hi. Noah says hi. Noah says gummy. I'm wondering if Noah's on eating gummies. I don't know.
Right?
Noah, I do want to say what's up. Welcome to the show. Great to have you. I enjoy the good mood that Noah's in. Welcome to the show. Tyrone, my man, JPJ is the GOAT. That's right, baby. He's working. He's getting there. And as soon as he gets that clout, boy, he ain't gonna be able to shake it. You ain't gonna be able to keep him out of people's mouths. I believe that 100%. Let's get down to Mark Malone. He says he'll be a perennial Pro Bowler in Detroit. Mark's coming with the shit already. Good day to you, sir. Hope everything is going well for you, Sasquatch. Sash, I'm just kidding, my man. All the way from Switzerland. Sasquatch says this. Hello, you sexy beast. Long time no see, Sash. Just teasing, of course. Welcome back, sir. Always great to see you from Switzerland. Always neutral you are. Let's continue down here. Somber, my man. Sorry, I apologize, Somber. Always great seeing you as well. Hope things are going good for you. Hope you enjoyed your 4th as well. Tyrone already feeling it from Mark. Somber, there he is. Again, thank you for the happy poop. We always appreciate happy poop. You know that. And finally, Sash says this. I survived the first heat wave. We are on to the second heat wave starting tomorrow. It's been a nightmare. Not so much over the weekend, Mike. It kind of it was fair. But last week with the power going out for 26 hours and everything like that, and then just the cutting off of the shows, and I wasn't a big fan, Mike. Not a big fan at all.
Me either. What I was not a fan of was Sash not being here to comfort me in our trying times during the heat wave. I thought about him the whole time. He was stuck under a heat wave, but Sash was nowhere to be found for me. This might cause some I don't know. It's going to be a rocky relationship going forward. Sash, you got some work to do.
A rocky relationship with Sash, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, one minute, he's in here telling me how great I am. The next minute, he's nowhere to be found. Talking to his parents about me. It gets a little heat wave and can't talk about me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Sash. I appreciate you.
Maybe he just couldn't stand to see the results of our June competition. I'm putting it behind us. And I'm putting it behind us for a couple of reasons. Everybody knows that we're friendly on this show. We don't discourage anybody from stopping by. But I'm going to say, Mike, I'm ready to move forward right now. We'll be back to June next year. We'll do it all over again, guys. Everybody enjoyed that competition, but it is behind us. Yeah. I'm ready to wash my hands and move forward, Mike, as we do have a lot to get into. As again, Mike, it's going to play out like this. This is statistically the slowest week of the year for our show. We're usually on vacation. However, I just can't. I can't get to vacation without getting to this 1,000th show. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be here all this week. We're going to be here through next week until we get that 1,000. And then we're going to hit our break, man. I don't want to, for myself, my own sanity, for the viewers, everybody, Mike, I just can't go to vacation with not getting to that 1,000. So this is the goal. This is what we're doing. I don't care. It's going to take power blowing out. It's going to take you having blowouts, whatever the case is going to be, Mike. We're going to get there. I swear to you, I promise we're going to get there before we go on break. So here we are.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Yo. What's up to my man right here on the board? Jamie Carlo. Always great seeing you back on the terrible board. Jamie, what's up, brother? Hope everything went good for you over the weekend. Hope you had a great holiday. Let's go to Sash. Sash says, I think I wasn't there for like 2 weeks, Mike. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
And I know you will, Sash. I know you. I didn't mean to call you out. I was just heartbroken a little bit, buddy. But I am glad to see you back. I am glad to see that you survived the heat wave.
He is the Swiss heartbreaker, Sauce.
Yeah, he's the heartbreak kid. Every time he comes in, if we had the license to it, I would play the Shawn Michaels theme song.
Maybe you could just sing it next time, and I'll hum it. It'll be like
I'll come in
play,
dancing like Shawn Michaels. You can come dressed in as Sensational Sherry.
I'll play the table drums and maybe do some bebopping sounds with my mouth, and you can sing it. What's up, Vegas? Great seeing Vegas back on the board, all the way from Vegas in the house, man. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm sure it's always lit out at Las Vegas, Mike. Everything is always lit in Las Vegas, so there's no doubt in my mind it was lit in Vegas. Let's go right here to Sauce. Sauce says it was hot to sit inside. I swear we had over 100 degrees. Yeah. That's, you know what? I don't want to go on this because I want to leave it as far behind me as I possibly can. But when we had ours out last week, it was 26 straight hours, and I stayed in the studio. I stuck here with the ship as it was going down, Mike. And you know what? It had to be well over 100 for 26 straight hours. I don't know if I've ever done it in my life, ever not came out of the heat. I could have died.
You could have, and you took that upon yourself.
I did. I was hoping
you did. You were like, I'm sinking with the ship, and I'm like the dudes in the Titanic movie that was pushing kids out of the way to get into the lifeboat. So I was like, I'm going. Who wants to come with?
You George Costanza, every kid, woman, and elder in the seable area.
You trample the weak, hurdle the dead.
Let's go back to the board. I do want to say what's up to everybody. Ty, everybody, right here. My man Corey in the house from Don't Drink That. He says, "Hey, everybody, how's it going today? Great seeing Corey all the way over from Don't Drink That, guys. If you like conspiracy theories, go check Corey out right here on YouTube. I love his videos. Lately, I've just been addicted. Go check out Corey at Don't Drink That. If you are into conspiracy theories, great stuff over there. Go check it out. Let's get into some Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike. I think we waited long enough.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. I don't have a clock. Oh, yeah, you know what? It moved on me. It's way over here now.
Your stuff moves all the time.
And it doesn't even look, it looks totally different.
And the funny thing is you yell at me for it.
No soup for you. That is what Vegas is saying on the board. Let's go right here to Mark. Mark says, go straight to the lake with several 30 packs of beer. Hey, sounds like a strategy, man. You might as well. You know what? If you're going to do that, you better take your Duquesne Pilsner with you. Duquesne Pilsner, always good for those trips to the lake. And finally, right here on the terrible board, Sash says this. Sash says, also, I was at a music festival and they had a temperature device in front of the main stage and it showed 52 degrees Celsius. It was instantly, anyways, 10 more weeks until football. Yeah, man, just 69 more days. We'll be there. Believe it or not, we'll be kicking it off against the Atlanta Falcons. It's going to be happening, I promise you. I do want to say what's up to Yo Baby Yaga. Is that Jack Black? Is that Jack Black sitting over there with his beanie on in 115-degree weather? It sure is. It sure is not. It is, of course, Vanilla Thunder. Mike, say what's up to Yo Baby Yaga.
What up, Baby Yaga? Or Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the terrible board. And I do want to say Vegas says, damn, 52 Celsius is 125. I knew somewhere close. I wasn't going to attempt to do the math in my head and embarrass myself, but there it is, guys. 52 Celsius is 125 Fahrenheit. So Sosh had a tough week, tough couple weeks as he was very hot in Switzerland. But welcome back to the show. We're going to keep it cool right here today. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to get into some Pittsburgh Steelers talk. Mike, a few things we're going to talk about today, of course. A lot going on. We have camp. We have camp starting on the 28th of this month. Everybody's going to be showing up at St. Vincent College in Latrobe in Westmoreland County. On the 29th, camp will officially start. On the 3rd, it'll officially be time pads on. Also, on the 8th is going to be Saturday Night Lights, which is usually Friday Night Lights, which got switched this year. It's going to be Saturday Night Lights this year. That is the 8th of August, and then they wrap it up on the 17th, in August, and you're already working into the preseason schedule at that point. So we're that close, guys, because it's only three preseason games, and then it's time to get ready for the regular season. So we're inching closer every day. Let me grab a couple more messages, and we're going to get into some topics here. Let's go here to Yo Baba Yaga says 85 and sunny in OKC. Welcome to the show, man. It sounds like it's doable as of right now. 85 degrees certainly isn't too overwhelming. I hope it stays cool for you. Yaga also Vegas said he Googled it. I would have had to as well, my friend. Let's continue right here to Ty. Ty says, I cannot wait for pads. I can't either, man. and you are making your way over to camp. I recall, I think you said it's going to be a lot of fun this year. A lot of people coming to town for sure. Certainly from the Terrible Board, working their way into the show here, guys. Let me grab Sosh. I'm sorry, I drifted away for a minute. Let me grab Sosh. Sosh says this. Mikey says we'll keep in mind. It was the stage and all that. The temperature was more than like 38, but with all the metal and reflections in the front of the main stage, it was like a hot pocket.
Oh, that's just a bit too hot.
Yeah, man. Show is. Let's continue right here. Let's go down. Let's go see what Corey. Corey, don't drink that is saying. I hope everyone had a good 4th. I was so gung ho that there was going to be a fake alien invasion on Saturday. And you know what? I proved to myself that I should not ever put my eggs in one basket. Why not? You got more baskets and more eggs. Do your thing, man. I admire the fight. Keep doing what you do, brother. Let's go here to Tater. Tater, it's all the way from across the pond, Mike. Tater from Northern Ireland, who was a former Browns fan, then traded to the 49ers. He says this. I read over the weekend that Ed O'Neill played for. Oh, you're just getting this information now. That was only 70 years ago. But anyway,
and we've talked about this before on the show.
Matter of fact, I talked to you about this. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding, Tater. Yes, of course. He said, "You the hell cuts Al? Who the hell? I think he's been meaning to say, who the hell cuts Al Bundy? He stunk." But you know what? It was funny because I was just reading about this recently. And I don't know, maybe people are talking about it again, but it was right around the beginning of the Super Bowl era for the Steelers, like the dynasty era. He was cut really early, of course, from Youngstown. Ed O'Neill, later going on to be Al Bundy. So I think he might have made the right decision. Of course, Al Bundy, one of the all-time great comic sitcom stars.
Yeah, and then what just recently wrapped up the other sitcom that he was on for a long ass time, Modern Family. So he made the right choice. His body wasn't all beat up, so he was good to go.
Is that show done now? Is it done?
It's been done for a while now.
Oh.
Yeah, it kept going and going and going and going, and like shit, man. He had 2 cash cows, married with children, and then that show.
Yeah, I think Ed O'Neill is going to do fine. Just like where was it on the board? Vegas says this. He wasn't Al Bundy yet.
Yeah.
He scored his 4 touchdowns in one game, but he hadn't got any further yet in the tryouts. But yes, he is from Ohio. Originally, he did try out for the Steelers. He did not make it. And he would have been on the great dynasty teams, at least early on, providing he would have made it to that point. So, yes, welcome, Tater. Despite how I feel about you, welcome to the show. Just kidding. Just kidding. Welcome, dude. Let's get here to, I don't know. Right here, Corey says, but there's one coming. I'm going to move the goalpost this time. Hello. You know what? Hey, it's all good. People do it all the time, man. No biggie. Let's go right here to Sauce. Switching favorite teams is a crime in Europe. He should be arrested.
Should be.
You know what? And this is from one person in Europe to another. So I'm gonna take Sauce's word, Mike. Let's go to Vegas. He wasn't Al Bundy yet. He was not. But he had scored 4 touchdowns in one game, and his knee was not down.
His knee was not down.
His knee was not down. You can. I think the spare tire will always debate and argue that, Mike. But Al will tell you that his knee was not down. Let's go to Somber, my man, all the way from LA. He says this: we hit 124 last year in July. Regularly hit 120. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything different in Southern California. Why did I even say it like that? We know it gets hot there, certainly in the lower part of the state. So we hope and wish the best for you, sir. Keep cool. That's all you can try to do, right? Yeah. Let's go here to Vegas. Al Bundy wouldn't have made it through one show these days. Let's go through Vegas saying all this. I along with probably a billion other guys love Sophie. Yeah, you know what? And I do know that much about the show. She was hot. Of course, Al Bundy's wife. And you know what? Peggy Bundy was hot too in her own way. You know? Let's go to right here. Mark Malone says the old tainter in the house. Yes, he is. Saw says this. Somber, we are not used to this heat. That's why most Europeans don't have AC. That's crazy to me. I don't know an American that doesn't own 3 air conditioners. And we're in the north. You know, I'm like, I wonder what the people in the south go through. You know what? Remember, I think what happened the other day was the universe played a joke on you because you were making fun of people in Texas, and you said something along the lines of, "Well, we'll just throw a little snow at them and ruin their whole and paralyze the whole state." Well, you know what? It was like the very next day that we got the heat that paralyzed us, and so it was.
I still went to work in the heat. I went to work.
No, you sat in the car for 19 hours. And
no,
then
I
you
sat in the car,
work.
then went to work. There's a difference. I went to work. I survived. I didn't cry like the Texans cry.
Yeah.
And then, they said, "Don't mess with the Pennsylvanians." Pew.
You were crying.
I wasn't crying.
You were definitely crying, dude.
I was crying. It was fucking hot.
I know. I've never seen anything like it, but we're not going to talk about that anymore. That is clean behind us, Mike. I swear it's behind us because it's a combination of the heat and you and everything. And again, I cannot get to this finish line without taking a break. So I'm focusing full speed ahead here. Let's get back to the board, Mike. Let's go right here to Vegas. Vegas says this. Vegas says Europeans fell in love with ranch dressing as they came here to watch their soccer team play. That's pretty cool. Let's go here, Mike, to Vegas following that up with saying you said Peg and not Kelly. Of course, Kelly's the no-brainer. Kelly was the hot chick. But again, Peg, just comparing Al Bundy's wives. Ed O'Neill had hot wives everywhere he went. Let's go here to Somber. Mike, choice. Good choice, man. I mod for a Twitch streamer who is from England, and he has to buy a portable AC just because of his dual PC setup. LOL, I bet he's even struggling right now. That's Sosh. That's Somber that said that. I'm sorry. I may have said Sosh. I apologize. And Sosh says this. He says, Vegas, it's called football. Good, sir. When you translate it over to European, I guess it's pronounced football, I guess. But here, it only happens once every 4 years people start talking about this game. They'll make you believe that they're into it all year round, but they're not. Let's go to Dude. Dude says, good afternoon, fellas. What's up to you, my friend? Always great seeing Dude in the house. John, great seeing you, sir. Hope you had a great weekend. Vegas says, not in my home, it isn't. Yeah. Well, here we are, guys. Welcome back to the show. Glad to be back. Let's get into some Steeler talk. Mike, a few things I'm going to get into. We're going to talk a little offense. We're going to talk a little defense. We're not even going to flip a coin today. It's summer mood. I'm in a summer mode. I'm already on vacation, if that means anything to you up here. But we're going to get into it anyway, Mike. Let's talk about a little bit of a competition going to be happening here in a few weeks in St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Western Pennsylvania, coming up at Steeler football camp, Mike. As you see on the thumbnail, it's been talked about, Mike, that not only Roman Wilson is in workouts with the Route God. That's been a conversation for about a year and a half now. He was with the Route God prior to last year as well. I just want to make that known, Mike. But this year, Germie Bernard is working out with the Route God and Roman Wilson. And I got to be honest with you, I'd be kind of nervous because what if the Route God works better for Germie Bernard than it does for Roman Wilson, and then comes back to bite him in the ass? I keep him as far away from my Route God as possible if I had a choice.
Yeah, but go find someone else to work out with.
Yeah,
go spend your money elsewhere, bro. This is my guy.
Don't you know a white guy that you could go work out with? So I don't get this, Mike. But again, this is coming down. It's going to be one of the bigger competitions of camp this year, no doubt about it. There's going to be plenty of them. I mean, there's going to be ample competitions. But this one right here, I think, it's going to catch people's attention because it is that number 3 wide receiver. We did go a couple seasons without basically a number 3 wide receiver. So this is big. I mean, who's going to take that spot? Is Roman going to be able to do something different than he's done over the past 2 seasons? Well, at least last season, to change the way things went for him. Also, Mike, Germie Bernard, he's coming in. He wants that time. He wants to be the guy. How's this all going to play out for you at the end of the day, Mike? Again, they're both working with the Route God. So
if it helps them both, awesome. It's keeping them in shape. It's keeping them hopefully crisp and clear, ready for what they need, to head into camp. Like you said, it is kind of funny. Like they're both working out together. They're both kind of competing for the same spot.
I would forget to give him his key or something.
Right?
I would make sure Germie had a lot of problems if I was wrong.
Yes, we're teammates. Yes, I want you to do well because the team's going to do well. But also at the same time, I want to play. I've been here longer. God damn it, I want to play.
Exactly.
You go work out with that crackhead over there.
Yeah.
You go work out. That's the Route God over there. Look how he's moving, man. He's sneaky quick. That's you want to go work out with Germie. Go work out with him. But
Go
no,
work out with
hey,
Ben Skoranek over there. He's doing pretty
yeah,
good.
go work out with Ben Sko. But hey, but I like it though. You know, it's you like to see teammates that are willing to help each other no matter what. You know, so I'm there for it. Yeah. Like exactly, Vegas. That's what I was gonna get to next. Like, if you would gatekeep a coach from your teammate, it means you're afraid of competition. Exactly.
Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
You know that New England Patriots won a lot of Super Bowls because they did stuff because they were basically afraid of the competition. They had to cheat. So the other day,
Eddie Guerrero, lie, cheat, steal, win. Whatever you got to do. Screw the hustle, loyalty, respect, and the three I's: intelligence, integrity, intensity. I'm all about the lie, cheat, steal, win, baby.
I got another question about this route god. I know a lot of people are talking about this. There's a lot of great things that are happening. Our receivers are getting better. They're improving. Hopefully we'll see it on the football field, Mike. But my question is this. They're running to the route god to get better, but why isn't the route god a football player?
Why isn't he employed by the NFL? I always hear people I watch these videos and I watch the guys doing the drills with them. Yeah, they look good because they're pro athletes doing these drills, but is a coach looking at these drills going, oh God, guys, this is not what we do?
Yeah.
I would go find people, a lot of players, if you call them up throughout the league, hey man, where are you working out? Can I come work out with you? Yeah, come on down. You don't see Jetta. You don't see Jamar Chase. You don't say Amon-Ra St. I don't know, maybe Amon-Ra St. Brown did, but I've never heard of Jetta and Jamar Chase working with the route god.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, but if it's helping them work out and every guys are getting together and a bunch of other pros that are working out together, okay, cool. But when you got that specialist, even when guys would have I got my own private quarterback coach. Oh, what team's he coach for? What team are you on? Oh, no, he's a private guy. That stuff would always scare me too back in the day when that was popular. Oh, I got my own private quarterback coach.
Yeah.
But that always scares me. Then, we go to the route guy. That scares me too. Is he teaching you the right things that your team wants you to focus on? But if teams really can't tell you, hey, you can't go work out with that guy. They don't have that much control over you. But it's just kind of weird, Guy who doesn't work in the NFL.
It feels like he's getting held back to me. I mean, when somebody gets held back in school. I mean, he went through the route god last year. He's with the route god again this year. I mean, in theory, if this guy doesn't come out looking 10 times better, I mean, is the route god really doing anything for him? I mean, 2 off seasons of the route god, and if you don't beat out Germie Bernard, it's like, bro, what's the deal at the end of the day? So that's just where I'm at with the route god. Mike, I don't know. I don't. Lots of questions for sure about this route god.
Yeah.
Let's continue back on the board. Anything else on that before we do get back to the board? Okay, let's see what everybody is saying right here on the terrible board. Lots going on today. I do want to say welcome to everybody. Welcome to the show. This is episode 995. I apologize about that. Guys, we're this close to the 1,000th show next week that is coming. Providing, again, like the universe doesn't decide to play games. Maybe, I don't know. Again, I joked at first. I said, unless there's a fiery auto accident, we'll probably get to this pretty quickly. And then, of course, you know how things go. So, again, we're shooting for next week, guys, to get to that big 1,000. Then we will hit the break, and then we'll come back strong right into camp, guys. We cannot wait. I know that you guys are right there with us. Let's get back on the terrible board. Let's go right here. Let's go to... I'm really close. I know I am. All right here. Vegas says, not my home. It is. And, of course, talking about soccer. Vegas says it's the world's football, just not here. Let's go to Bristleclaw. Mike, another Jack Black. What is it about this beanie?
See that.
What is it about the beanie? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm taking it. I'm okay with it.
Perhaps Mike could sing the greatest song in the world at halftime. I don't know. I think... let's continue along. Let's go here to Mark. Says, dude, Tyrone, my man, the GOAT. He says this, well, they teammates, but they both look good. Bernard looks ripped as fuck. He's going to ball this year. I couldn't agree with you more. And again, yes, everything that you said. And I do want to throw out the hint right now, guys, talking about the trivia of the day. It is going to be a Germie Bernard, trivia question. Just keep that in your back pocket as we do move along. Let's go here to Vegas. He says, if you would gatekeep a coach from your teammate equals afraid of competition. Somber says GP and Deontay were training with him at the same time as what? Deontay? Oh, this is guy.
He taught Deontay to run back. So that's what happened. Deontay was a great route runner, and he goes to this guy, and he starts running backwards.
That's something you would see on TV. I go to this to get better. Now I'm running backwards. And now the two guys that we're hoping is going to be our number 3 wide receiver are going to the same guy.
But I did look up. Jenna did work with the route god.
The same route god, huh?
The same route god. Okay, so what do they say on those commercials? Your results may vary.
Your results may vary, yeah.
You got a guy running backwards and guy arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL right now. So okay, results may vary.
Like when I got my Steel Buns pills in the mail, the results definitely varied. It didn't look like the guy on the infomercial.
Yeah, it did not
yet anyway.
It didn't work for you, but apparently it worked for Derpy.
Derpy, of course, did win the Stinky Pickle Award for the year, so congratulations to him. Let's continue along. Let's go here to Tyrone. He says, I think it's good for both getting work. Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, I kid, I joke. I'm right there with you. I hope that they both benefit, and of course, they could be a great asset to this team. That's, of course, the we all hope. Let's continue going right here. Vegas says, old scary ass. Let's go right here to Tyrone. I always wonder that too. He could definitely be a wide receivers coach. But you know what? Maybe he's making good enough money just doing what he does. If he worked with Jetta, he worked with the receivers that we know at this point, Mike. I mean, the guy's got to be doing pretty good for himself. So he's apparently got his own thing, right? But I'm right there with you, Ty. That was my initial thought as well. Corey, don't drink that, says I would like a lot of competition if my career was on the line. LOL. I like good old competition when it comes to bragging rights, but when it's worth life or death or your livelihood, that's cutthroat, and especially in the NFL. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a prestigious job. You work your whole life to get there. So hopefully, again, both of the gentlemen can benefit from the route god. Let's go right here. Yeah, let's go right here. I'm sorry about that. Let's go to Mark. Mark says the route god is just a party place where cops aren't allowed. I like where you think maybe that's what is this going on, Mike? Maybe Roman has just been partying the past 2 years during the off season, and we're seeing the results. Somber says per Google. Let me go back and find out what that could be. Per Google, I'm not sure. Let's continue forward, though. Let's go right here to Mark. Mark, go back to Mark. Mark says H has the best massage therapists too. He has. Okay, gotcha. Somber says this vocal about the friction and philosophical differences between independent trainers and NFL coaching staffs. He is okay, gotcha. So this is up for Google. He has publicly criticized NFL teams and coaches for not utilizing the. There it is. Specialized movement patterns he teaches. That's interesting. Thanks, Somber. Vegas says, I guess it comes down to confidence in yourself. Absolutely. Somber says this, while he was an electric high school player and played in collegiate level, including ASA College in Miami, and even worked out for the Arlington Renegades in the UFL, his primary career was his career focus. You know what? That's really cool. Let's go right here. Shifted to the elite route running development and coaching. Gotcha. If anybody was worrying
Somber's always Johnny on the spot.
He is. So there you go. There's a little bit about the route god. If you're wondering what's going on with that, he didn't make it to the Renegades, but that's besides the point. Why was that the only thing I got out of that? There was so much that was good that was said about the guy. I said, let's mention that he failed to make it on the Renegades. I don't know. That's just my nature, I guess. Let's continue on. Let's go to Vegas. He says, thanks for that info, Somber. Also, Vegas says, did you go 20-0 yet? I did not try yet. I apologize. I thought about it a couple times. Mike, what about you in this 20-0? Did you get into it yet?
I did for a couple weeks ago. I did a couple of them. I haven't gone back on since because it's one of those things I know I will just consume myself with. Trying to build the perfect team. I did one where you can build the perfect quarterback and then you simulate a season with it. That one consumed about 4 hours of my day.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds interesting. I will check that out. Vegas sounds cool as shit. Somber says, well, they called him the route god, not the yak god. I'm wondering if, I think if something was a god, it would be something that's getting mad results. But again, we'll see. Maybe Roman will surprise the shit out of us. Maybe Germie will certainly benefit as well. I don't know. I just tend to think you might want to start a couple layers lower until you achieve the greatness. But again, that's just me. Let's continue on. Let's go here to Vegas. Vegas, as Bernard went to high school at Liberty, Henderson, Nevada, a town just outside of Vegas. That's cool, man. That is cool. Let's go right here. Let's go to Tyrone. Tyrone says, that's true. Don't drink that a lot. Riding on this season for Roman. Absolutely. Huge season for Roman. Corey says this. He says, I like route running and route running accessories. Vegas said, who was the first Johnny on the spot?
Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed. There you go. Tyrone says, Bernard is a great route runner. He's very shifty, too. I can't wait to see him after the catch. I am very excited. Again, stick around for the very end. There is going to be Germie Bernard trivia at the very end of the show, guys. So cap off this Monday, but there's still so much to talk about before we can even think about getting to that point, Mike. We talked a little Germie. We talked a little bit Roman Wilson. Let's talk about something else. Right here, Aaron Rodgers, Mike, making this comment over the weekend saying on the familiarities between his offense that he plays on now and playing with of course, Mike McCarthy in the past. Mike, he says it's stuff that we used to run. So in my opinion, I mean, if you're looking for things, with Aaron Rodgers, he left Green Bay. He went to New York. He played under this coach. The coach got fired. He played under a second coach. He came here. He played under a third coach in 3 years. Now, Mike, playing under a fourth coach in 4 years, you would think having a guy like Coach McCarthy, who he did play for, he had success for, he was an MVP for, he won a Super Bowl with, you would think this would be the most comfortable he would be coming into a season from the beginning, again, at least of the late run so far since leaving Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this a while ago, like just knowing the verbiage off by heart. So, like last year, there were times he said, I don't know if he said it or guys on the line were saying, like, Aaron would start to make a call and realize the wrong system. Because you've been doing it, the same calls for years. You're like, oh shit, wrong system. And it would trip them up every once in a while. Now you won't have that. He's going to know the calls. And those guys are going to be drilled into learning every single call. So now everyone's speaking the same language. They're on the same board. And it's going to be so much easier for him. And when the quarterback doesn't have to double think and question himself when he's doing the calls, the information is going to flow smoother. He's going to be more confident, and that's going to bleed into everyone else being confident. Like, okay, hey, if he sees something, Aaron's like, and just call it off by heart. He's not going to have to sit there and think. Or if he sees something right away, he can say something and maybe alert to the team like, hey, this is we're going to do a quick step now. They catch the defense lacking right here, where maybe they had verbiage last year, but it was the Arthur Smith verbiage, and he didn't know that off by heart or by rote, or it was second nature. But now the McCarthy language, he knows it, man. He's football bilingual. He knows that language by heart, man. It's like a native tongue to him now at this point. So I think it's going to make him and the offense operate smoother.
I agree. I don't think there's anything that indicates anything outside of what you're saying, unless they just totally go out and shit the bed. Mike, is the only reason I can't see the team doing as well as they did last year, or better moving forward, giving themselves an opportunity again to win in January. I really don't. I can't imagine. There's no way for me to imagine that things are going to go backwards, Mike, unless this team just shits the bed. And at that point, what would you expect that to even be? What would you expect to even happen? Ooh. I mean, would it be something like an injury maybe to Aaron Rodgers? Something big would have to go down in order for this team to fall back, in my opinion. It's just, again, the way that this team is being built, the way that this team is improving in the offseason, a lot of things that's happening, a new system, new coaches. People are not familiar with the Steeler team as they were in the past in preparations for the Steelers. There's so many things to me that indicate, Mike, that this is going to be a better season. And I again, it's hard for me to imagine, with the exception of just shitting the bed, that this is good, that it can't be as good as it was last year or better. And again, you're putting a coach who's familiar. No, everything that you just said about Coach McCarthy, Coach Mack, and of course Aaron Rodgers, I have a hard time like imagining how we could shit the bed this year.
Yeah, like for the offense to shit the bed this year, I was just thinking off the top of my head, like guys you don't want injured, and the list kind of kept growing for a little bit for me there. Like obviously Aaron Rodgers, Then from there, I'm going to say Frazier and Fatano, and then DK and Pittman. Those 5 guys. You cannot afford to lose any of those 5. Maybe even Mason McCormick. Those 6 guys right there. Right. I don't want any injuries to those guys. Just because, like, McCormick, just the depth behind him, I don't know how well they're going to be. You know, Dunker's still trying to learn, but that might be a good thing to just throw him in there and fucking figure it out between 2 potential All-Pros and go figure it out. But McCormick's a distant 6, but those first 5 guys I mentioned, if any of those guys miss significant time, the offense is going to shit the bed. Those are your key 5 guys on offense. I think you can, lose a Rico or lose a Warren for a little bit. It will sting, but you still have all your receivers and all your linemen to overcome them. But once you lose like a DK or you lose a Pittman, we're back to where we were last year.
I agree.
Because you're like I like Germie. I don't think he's ready to be that number 2 on the outside yet. I think we're in a little better position if we would lose one of them, but that's still a big drop. Now, this would be, say, like next year, if you still have all those guys and you lose one, I think by that point, Germie be ready to step into that spot. We'd be moving, no problem. But I think it'd be a lot to put on that rookie this year. But, yeah, like 5 guys we cannot lose any time to, and that would cause us to shit the bed.
I agree. A lot of things, as I said, Mike, a lot of things would have to go wrong in order to shit the bed.
Yeah.
But you know what? A lot of things do have to go right as well because, people aren't just going to roll over because you're the Steelers. This isn't just going to fall into place because, things were built better. Yeah. So, again, a lot has to be executed, and hopefully Coach can relay that to the players to where they believe it and they know it. And they're like, you know what? We do still have to go out and prove ourselves. We still have to go out and be that player that we were when people that they thought we were when they brought us here. A Pittman, opposed to where you don't want another Patrick Queen situation where you're not happy with this play. You want to be happy. You want to be happy when Michael Pittman gets the ball. You want to be happy to know that Michael Pittman's on your team. Again, listen, I'm not happy to Queens here. I'm just using him as an example. It wasn't as pretty as a lot of people thought. Mike, people thought that we're getting this Pro Bowl linebacker. Things are going to be good. It sometimes doesn't always work out that way. So in theory. Things should be better, but a lot of work still needs to be done, Mike. And of course, that will be starting in about 23 days, if I'm not mistaken, 23 days from right now, as camp is right around the corner, guys. In just 69, I can't say it enough, Mike. I literally can't say it enough. Nice. 69 days till they kick off against the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's get back on the board, see what everybody thinks about this topic. As we do move along, let's go right here to here we go. Back to Vegas. Vegas says, does he charge $50,000 like Hakeem Olajuwon? Of course, talking about the rock god. Let's go Tyrone, Mike 100, and we will throw the ball the middle of the field. I agree, Mike. If there was going to be any time that we do throw the ball in the middle of the field, it's going to be now. Yeah, it's going to be new coach, new system. Yep. I think you're going to see it. Hey, great seeing Lindsay on the board. Always great seeing Lindsay. I do want to say welcome and thank you for the ad on Instagram as well, Lindsay. Great to have you there. Let's move along right here to Somber. Somber says sessions with the route god, NFL and elite wide receiver trainer James Everett Jr. generally range from 40 for a single group session to about 85 plus per hour for private training. Though exact single drop, he's saying, Somber says, and prices and camp rates vary depending on the location of the tier and of the athletes. Vegas says, Depp's lady shit the bed. She sure did. Amanda Heard took a grumpy.
Oh, grumpy.
She dropped the grumpy right on Johnny Depp's bed. I do know that. It was said in the court of law. Let's go to Somber. He says, cheaper. Yeah, go ahead, Mike. It seems like you have a grumpy joke.
Like that, like Amber Heard, she's like the kind of chick that, like, she took a grumpy in your bed. You'd be like, all right, just clean the sheets.
Yeah.
And we're going to move past this.
And we're not Johnny Depp either. I mean,
yeah.
If you're hot, you don't want chicks taking grumpies on your bed.
No. Well, if a hot chick like Amber Heard wants to date this guy, she can take a grumpy in the bed. She just got to clean it up after herself.
I seen her the other day. I was watching Pineapple Express a little bit on YouTube. I was watching a reaction, and she was hot. She was hot in Pineapple. I mean, when she seen her in court, she kind of looked, I don't know. She didn't look great, but Pineapple Express, she was a hot chick, man. Let's continue along. Somber, I did get that. It's cheaper than he expected, to be honest. Let's go here to Tyrone. Ty says this. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Somber, I thought it would be like 150. LOL. Vegas says that's pretty affordable if you ask me. At Somber, Somber says his monthly programs are about 230 to 300. Still not bad. Not bad at all.
Especially for an NFL player.
Exactly.
My God.
Tyrone says good take, Mike. 100. Also, let's go right here. Let's go to Jamal. Jamal says, laugh my ass off. He's roasting VT. Get on his ass, VT. I do want to say what's up to Jamal. Always great seeing you, sir. Hope you had a great holiday as well. And it seems that you have all your fingers as well, as we have not heard of anybody losing any digits on the board just yet, Mike. So, again, it had to be a good weekend, I think.
Yeah, it had to be. Like, everyone here on the board so far has all their fingers. All my guys at work came back with the same amount of fingers they had when they left. I'm proud of everyone. Everyone listened to me for a change.
There you go. Listen to Mike. Right here. Okay, Jamal, I was trying to figure out where Jamal was saying. He was saying this, talking about, of course, Baba Yaga. He says, what kind of name is Baba Yaga, dude? Ain't no telling what you look like. You must be a Browns fan. Shaking my head. So now Jamal's comments are all coming complete circle, Mike. I totally get it. And I do want to say welcome, my friend. Glad to see you here today, sir, as we're just 69 days away from kicking the ball off against the Atlanta Falcons. That's right, baby. Let's go right here, Somber. Delayed hello to Lindsay. Let's go, Jamal. He says, no roasting unless you fam. That's right, baby. Don't mess with the fam. Don't mess with the family. I didn't get my Corleone like I wanted.
No, well, good thing we did it because, oh my God, I didn't know about all of his back issues while we were hyping him up.
I know. I got a couple other things, Mike. This, I don't know. Did I even write it down? Let me see. Where'd it go? I don't know. Maybe I'll get back to it, Mike. I don't see it anywhere right now. Let's move forward on the messages, though. Let's go here to Corey. He says, damn, I can afford that, LOL. Corey, you should go to the Rock God and then make videos, and then we'll play it on the show. It'll be awesome. I recommend.
Let's go right. Send Derpy.
Send them. Did you see the pictures? Did you see that Bernard and Roman had their shirts off?
Yeah.
I just want
to find a way. We got to find a way to put Derpy in there.
I just wanted to throw that out for you. I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's continue. Let me start over. He says, damn, I can afford that, but you can't pay for height. I'm 5'9". I have a good arm and accuracy, but no height to speak of. I have good hands and concentration. No height to speak of. Short. Fuck. Hey, man. Little Barry Sanders was one of the best. What you just should have if Corey from Don't Drink That was like the next Barry Sanders. He just didn't ever play because he thought he was short. Let's continue forward here. Let's go to I don't know what's going on. I see a frozen mic. I hear clicking over there. I don't know what's going on.
I was trying to get the link for Jamal and everything froze on my end.
Okay, gotcha.
So now I got to sit here and wait for everything to catch up.
All right, now you're moving in a weird motion. Let's go here, Jamal. He says, okay, there we go. He says, yo, I need the link. I don't belong here. VT got me getting in the chat fights. He's trying to take care of you and freezing himself like the Encino man. We'll get that to you ASAP. I got your back for sure, and we got yours, my man, as always. To Jamal. Vegas says this. They've made her out to be so damn fine, too. It's sad. Who that? Amanda Heard? See, I agree. I mean, back in the day, I thought she was really hot. I thought when she was in that court, but they probably tell her to look like that, though. You don't want to go in there and look hot and everything. You want to kind of
you want to look
bad for you.
You want to gain sympathy.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought telling people that my girlfriend shit on the bed would have ruined that. But you know what? The fight must go on. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go to Mark Maloney. He says, meh, not a big fan. Vegas says, not like I had a shot with her, but it's still sad. No, I feel you, man. I totally understood it when you said it. I felt that when you said it, actually. Let's go here to Jamal. Jamal says, fuck no, any girl ain't taking a dumpy on, on my shit. She's getting the boot, LOL. Hot don't mean she knows what she's doing. Very true point, sir.
Yeah, it's all about the hot, crazy scale.
Nobody's taking a dumpy on my shit, a grumpy on my shit, he says.
Yeah, just clean up after yourself. If I walk in, okay, hey, you proved your point. I did something wrong. I'll do better next time, but literally clean your shit up.
Yeah.
And maybe cut back on the fiber because that's kind of rank.
I'm going to take a grumpy all over Derpy's everything. Just go to his house and just shit everywhere. Let's go here.
I know a guy who would.
I do too, actually. Who's your guy? Do I know him?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah, I definitely would. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says makeup and CGI are amazing. I mean, we need to get a little bit of that makeup and CGI here on our show. Let's go to Fearless Steel. Fearless Steel, what up, brother? Always great seeing Phil in the house, big baby. A permanent fixture in football season. Always great seeing Phil. He says, what up? Watt fans cheer Chief Hunglo and Vanilla Rain. Ooh, a little shot there on the Vanilla Rain, Mike, but he does say, go USA, go USA, go USA. I know you like that, Mike. You be tuned in. Well, your work schedule makes it tough, but they play.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm probably going to stay and watch at least the first half. Balogun is back. Red card big, suspended. Right? Oh, yeah, he's been our best player at the tournament. But hey, we are now officially a soccer nation, a football nation. We now bribed FIFA to get something to work in our favor. We are now officially a football powerhouse, baby. USA, USA, USA.
Are we going to beat Belgium?
Probably not.
All right.
But hey, he helps. He helps tip the scale in our favor a little bit.
All right. There you go.
Actually, I don't know how good Belgium's side is. I know, like years ago when I was really into it, hey, they had some really good players, but
they got a waffle.
I don't know who they got. They got waffles. They got chocolate, but we got goddamn Hershey's. Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
And we got Eaton Park.
And the Clark Bar.
And the Clark Bar. And a Dilly Bar. USA by $1 billion.
Let's go right here. I do want to say, always great to see Phil the Steel back in the house. My man, hope things are going well. I hope you had a good holiday, sir, in Texas. Phil the Steel coming back to say what's up on the terrible board. Good to see you, brother. Somber says this. Does anyone grow an extra finger? No? Okay. Let's go to Mark Malone. The 4th of July can be hard on people. It really can. I have one. I don't know. Can't people just get along for one day?
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen so much stuff over the weekend. Everybody's, up in arms against one another, and it just stinks, man. It stinks. Just one day. One. Everybody put their pride aside. I don't know. Maybe one day. It's okay to dream. Let's continue. Let's go right here. Gang, my man Jamal. Always great seeing you in the house. Welcome back, brother. Hope all is well with you. Also, Tortilla says, what I miss? Man, just chilling in the house. Great to be back. Great to see you back. Lindsay says, my presence. Lindsay's presence is what you missed. Tortilla. Hey,
I missed Tortilla. I swear it's been like 3 days since I've seen Tortilla.
I know. We did not get to see Tortilla Friday, and I was kind of shook, Mike.
And I noted it, and I wrote it down, and I was sad.
Yeah,
but man. He's back, Sash is back, and things are looking good for Mike over here. I'm feeling better now.
Not the vanilla showers or whatever the hell. What they just call you up there? Vanilla rain, vanilla rain,
baby.
Let's go here to Ty says nothing much. Wide receiver talk, route god, etc. Also, Jamal Chief Hunglo. It's a little bit of a reach into the past, right? We got Chief Hunglo. Let's go here to Jamal. Jamal says, send me the link. Vegas says, Derpy is the kraut god. I like it. Jamal says, Feel the Steel belongs here, not me. LOL. Follows it up by saying there will never be another Barry. You're right. I agree. Got you. Okay, got you the link. All is good there. Somber says they said put on your crazy clothes. Your crazy clothes. Let's go to Ty. Ty says Derpy's still in other chats being negative. Shaking my head. Yeah, if I was him, I'd be celebrating his big win, Mike. Victorious this summer, of course, winning
the Stinky Pickle,
the annual Stinky Pickle Award.
The lighter.
What's that?
The lighter with the pickle.
The legger with the pickle. What is that?
The lighter with the pickle.
Oh yeah, yeah. My lighter. It does have a pickle on it, which is actually coincidental. I didn't buy this because of it, Mike, but my lighter does have a pickle on it. Good for Picklesburg, I guess. Let's go right here to. Yeah, that sounds like him, Ty. I'm not surprised, but thanks for letting us know. Corey says, I can assure you I'm not Barry 2.0. I just try to run through people. I picture breaking my own ankles before I break someone else's, but I don't run from a challenge. Let's go here to Jen. Jen says this halftime changes sides. Halftime changes sides of the bed. Let's go to
You
yeah.
gotta change more than the bed at halftime. She's leaving grumpies.
You know. Let's go here to Jamal Gang in this thing, fam. What's up, bro? Always great seeing my man. Always. Let's continue right here to Vegas. Vegas says, "Wait, so you guys haven't been using haven't been using CGI the entire time? It's true. We are this ugly. We're not. It's not an attempt.
Ugly.
It's not an attempt
Ugly.
to make Mike as ugly as you see. I just included myself in that to make him not feel bad. But yeah, right there it is in the flesh, as you see it, as you know it. Let's continue.
This is grade A American beef right here, boys.
Looks like a big grade A egg to me, but what do I know? Let's continue forward. Let's go to Tortilla. Jamal is dating Amber Yard. Let's go Vegas. The Somber says we have the Hershey Squirters. We do, baby. We have the Hershey Squirters, especially right here in Pennsylvania. Jamal says, no. There's only one woman for me, and she is a thorn in my ass, but that's my boo thing, babe. Hey, man, that's what it's all about. Jamal loves his woman, man. That's what it's all about. Let's go down here. Let's go to Corey. Corey says that Tyrone Derpy kills me. He has a job with a well-established channel, and he has the punching bag persona that could make him a big name on YouTube, and he just doesn't show up. Missed opportunities. Corey, you're 100% right. These are the kind of things that are talked about behind closed doors here at the show when we have meetings and just try to make sense of it all. You're 100% right. And you know what? I can't force the guy. So again, that's his decision, and we'll see where everything goes. Let's continue forward. Jamie, my man. Let's go here to Vegas. Says King Derpy in the house. Let's go to Vegas. Also saying this, I'm glad I got to watch Barry play. He was amazing. He really was. And if you would have added all the yards that were east and west, because a lot of his runs were amazing. He would run, and then he would turn around and run 15 yards the other way, and then turn around and run 10 yards the other way, and then turn upfield and get a big gain. If he would have got all those yards, Mike, in his career, he'd be the rushing yard leader for sure.
Oh yeah, he would. Just imagine Barry with like a good offensive line.
And yeah, not in Detroit.
He'd be so fucking far ahead of everyone else, and he retired early.
Could you imagine if he would have landed somewhere with the luck of, like maybe somebody that landed on a really good team? Let's say he would have landed in the Emmitt Smith's Dallas Cowboy situation. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that Barry Sanders is just an all-in-all better running back than Emmitt. Emmitt played behind that huge offensive line, which we've seen in Super Bowl 30 firsthand. Yeah. I mean, if you would have had him behind that line and put Emmitt Smith behind the Detroit line, it would be a totally different story, Mike, because Barry did what he did on a short career in Detroit. He didn't play forever. You got to keep that in mind, too. So everything he did was behind the Detroit Lions offensive line in a shorter career than a lot of players have.
Yeah, it just shows like a lot of it comes down to luck. You can be the most talented and you be one of the most talented players, and you get put into a bad situation with a team that won't build around you, and your career can be over really quick. Emmitt Smith, he has the rushing yards and titles, but does anyone really think he's like one of the best running backs of all time?
That's the crazy thing, Mike, because, again, at the end of the day, he is the all-time leading rusher, but you don't think that name. You think Walter Payton. You think Barry Sanders. You even go back and forth think of Jim Brown. People just don't talk about him.
Like, he's a good running back, but I don't picture him as like one of the greats because of the situation that he was in. That could be fair or not, but like you said, you plug those two guys or flop those two guys. Does Emmitt Smith make the Hall of Fame? Does Emmitt Smith reign as like, oh man, he was a hell of a running back? I don't think so. I'm not trying to knock the guy. It's just Barry had that running style that you needed to survive in that situation.
I'm seeing some of the messages, and I hate to skip ahead, but we'll continue. Mike, I'm seeing right here, if the offensive line plays well in Detroit, of course, Somber's saying, Vegas is saying he gets 3,000 yards. With that offensive line they had in Dallas. I get 1,000 yards with that offensive line they have in Dallas. So again, at the end of the day, you just don't think, and it's wild that you don't, because he's been done for some time now. It's not like, he just finished up the game. How long has it been since he was in that Cardinals uniform breaking that record? You're watching it on TV. I mean, that's been years now. And again, Emmitt's name just doesn't come up with the Walter Paytons and the Barry Sanders and guys like this. He just doesn't.
Even like guys that are playing now, people are like, oh yeah, their yardage, they're not going to catch him. But like talent wise, you're looking at them, yeah, they're a much better running back than Emmitt Smith. And I'm not trying to sell Emmitt Smith short, man. To do what he had to do, that takes a shitload of talent. But circumstances play a lot into pro sports, because you've seen guys that are like, you think they're going to be great, they go to teams and there's no support around them, and they just flame out of the league. Not their fault, it's the talent around them. And Emmitt got put into a great situation. Yes, he had to do a lot, but I just don't picture him as like a top 10 running back of all time. Yardage says he's number one, but like just in the grand scheme thing of the game, I don't think he's there. Whereas Barry, I think he might be the most talented running back we've seen.
He's a victim of circumstance, as Curly Howard would have said many, many of years ago. Let's get back on the board, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, guys. This is episode 994. Getting there, guys, just 69 days away from kickoff against the Atlanta Falcons at Acrisure Stadium right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Guys, in about 23 days, we do have the start of camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. In Westmoreland County here in Western PA. So much big stuff coming up, guys. Camp this month. Preseason football next month, which means you, me, everybody on this board is going to be watching the position battles that we all have a lot of questions about, Mike. The wide receiver 3, the offensive line, getting a look at Rico, just so many things, getting to watch these these young kids play quarterback against one another, things going on defense. There's a lot of questions with the new Steelers, Mike, as people are expecting this to be hopefully a complete turnaround. But on one hand, I mean, it shouldn't be a complete turnaround. You did well enough to make 10-7. We just have to figure out what we got to do to get to that next level. And again, Mike, I think with the moves we made, I think we could be in a better seat to do that this year, have a better season than the 10-7s that we've been having, and maybe make some make some way in the January football games, which everybody, that's a big thing for everybody. We want to get back in the winning column when it comes time to January. So I think everybody is very hopeful, very anxious. They can't wait to see what the Steelers put on the field next month, Mike. Next month in preseason football.
I can't wait. It's getting so much closer. Like you said, 22 days they report?
Absolutely. 22 days they report, guys. 3 weeks from tomorrow. And then after that, it's a race through camp, the preseason. And then once you get the preseason, you're almost there.
Like pads go on, the 3rd?
The 3rd.
It's just, I can't wait. I can't wait. Like I said, I've been sitting outside watching the groundhogs and the squirrels and the raccoons, battle and fight each other. And I'm breaking down film. I'm recording it with trail cams and breaking down film. God damn it. I need football.
Yeah, me too.
I need it bad.
This pirate shit just ain't doing it.
No, I'm like a heroin addict.
This shit just isn't working with the pirates. I'm trying. I really am. Boy, I really am.
It's just not hitting, man, because they're too inconsistent.
Let's move along. Let's go right here. Somber says the Picklebick. The Picklebick. That is Derpy. He is this year's Picklebick. I like that. Vegas says you think Barry was no hop along Cassidy if you're 100. Let's go here to Jamal. Jamal says, I feel like Vanilla Rain. Man, that sounds like a fancy fragrance. We got to get that rights to that Vanilla Thunder. Let's make it happen. Vanilla Rain.
Vanilla Rain. It's a fragrance. It's a scent. It's a lifestyle, and the ladies love it.
All right, let's go right here to Mike Vegas. Vegas says this. He says that would be a great minor league baseball team named the Hershey Squirters. I would 1,000% buy a hat. You know how many people would buy a hat with the big turd on the front? I'm just saying they would. They would. People are wild. Let's continue forward, Mike. Let's go to Jamal. Jamal says, what it do, my brother, at Tyrone, how everything's been going. Exchanging pleasantries right there. Let's go here to Christopher. Chris, my man, all the way from South Florida. Chris says this. We have a good wide receiver core and a great tight end core. Both of the running backs can catch the ball. Who can teams try? Who can they try to double cover? He's saying Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP. You know what? I hope it all turns out that way, Chris. Always great hearing Chris. I know that he is making the trek up from Miami to come to camp here in a few weeks. Very excited to meet and see Chris. Guys, as again, just 3 weeks from camp, guys, if you could even believe that. Let's go here to but welcome back to the show, my friend. Let's go here to Somber. Yeah, if the offensive line performs, of course, going back to the running game of Detroit, he's speaking of Mark Malone. Mark Malone says this: Deontay Johnson thought he was the second coming of Barry Sanders. Let's go Let's go
Well,
to
he
Jamal.
should have went to the Yak God.
He should have went to the Yak God. Let's go to Jamal. Jamal says, this Mike Derpy needs to stop bullshitting. He ain't doing shit but choking, but beating his dick while like it owes him money. He sure is. He sure does. He thinks he's mysterious. That's the thing. Like he thinks he's this enigma. And people were just going, oh, where the hell's Derpy? He does. He has this ego that a lot of people don't see. We've dealt with him for some time now. Let's go here to Vegas Barry 3000. Okay, with that line, I do want to say what's up to Jizz. Welcome back to the show. Jizz back on the board. Great seeing Jizz. Mike Jizz says hi. Great to see you, Jizz. Always great to see you back on the terrible board. Tyrone says good. Hope you're well. Of course, talking to Jamal. Let's go right here. Derpy shuts down, but we love him. Been trying to build my bro's confidence. I know. It doesn't. He just doesn't work, dude. It just there's a wall. There's something there with him. There just is. I've talked to him dozens of times.
You guys tried to build him up, and I am over here trying to tear him down.
Which is fine. Which is what I'd expect you to do. But one way or the other, it just goes through one ear.
It does too. Like we've all tried to be like positive to Derpy. I've tried. That's how like it's gotten bad sometimes when I've been nice to Derpy.
This is like you got to be a mental. What do they call like a psychiatrist to work on to do this show? You really do. The personalities and just
I think we need one
that are going on constantly.
Dude, we can do it like Metallica did. We can have we can bring in the psych team and they can film it while it happens.
I was thinking bring in the rap god, or what is he? The route god.
The route god. We're bringing the rap god. We'll bring in the route god. We'll bring in the rap god.
You're gonna need a lot more gods than that to fix those. Believe me.
A couple priests, a couple shaman. Right. We need the witch doctor that was cursing guys at the World Cup.
Yes, and an exorcist perhaps, and a shaman.
Yes.
Let's go right here. Jamal says, man, life is good. And I couldn't agree with you more, my friend. I think he's referring back to Ty's comment, but life is good. It really is, guys. We could be fooled, but it really is good. Believe me, there's a lot of people on this planet would love to have our life. Let's go here to Jizz. Of course, Jizz back in the house. Always great seeing the Jizz on the board. I love seeing Jizz on the board, Mike. I love it when Jizz is here. Let's continue to Jamal. He says, man, Emmett, I'm sorry, let me jump back up here to Vegas. Vegas says, yes, Emmett is up here, but not on my Mount Rushmore. I agree. I think he's just right outside of it. Only because he has listen, that's only because he has the record, Mike. If Emmitt Smith didn't finish with the record, I don't know if he would even be right outside of my Mount Rushmore.
No,
because again, the line that he played behind, and if he didn't own the record, I wouldn't be able to put him up there.
Not like me either. Like I watched him in, like him and the quarterback. Oh my God, his name. And like I'm forgetting his name.
Troy
Aikman. Like I don't picture those two guys as like the best at the positions, but they fit perfectly into what they were doing, and once again, great circumstances for those two guys. Like they played their roles well in that team and in that system, and that's not a knock against them because you can find guys that have similar talents and traits, but if they didn't have the wherewithal to just play within that system, I don't think that Dallas would have did what they did in that era. So those two guys played well there, but I don't consider them like the best at their position. Kind of like, when Chris Sims was saying, no, Terry Bradshaw's not a top 10 quarterback of all time. Yeah, who's saying that? No one's saying that. And that's how I picture those two guys, like great players, especially when they got into the Super Bowl. I don't know if I would want maybe another running back from that era outside of Emmitt Smith in a big game situation. Same thing with Troy Aikman. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think they're in the best of the best conversations just because that team was so stacked.
You're right. The team, it almost puts you in mind of a team that was too good to be true in a way because they were just so stacked in football. But again, we have to remember they really parodied the league. Like it was getting like that for a while. Mm-hmm. The league has certainly got toned back so everybody could have a chance or certainly be competitive, which I do like that. At the end of the day, I am totally against the way that the baseball and the Yankees are ran. It's kind of unfair. Like, can we call baseball unfair with the fact that they don't have any salary cap at the end of the day. At the end of the day, how can we continue to support baseball when one team spends like $1 billion on players and the other team spends $400 on players? In the two teams, which one do you think wins most of the time? This is what I'm saying. How can we still take baseball serious at this point, Mike? They need to fix that. And if they don't, I just can't believe that everybody hasn't jumped ship. Maybe what I'm thinking it is a lot of fans in towns where people have good baseball teams. New York's huge. They love their Yankees.
Yeah.
Atlanta, of course, they do their thing. LA, with the second or third biggest city in the country. So again, that take good baseball out of those cities. I wonder how well Major League does in comparison to with those teams being successful.
Yeah, not good. But like the thing is, like the salary cap will help those things better because it's going to be more competition, and now guys can go elsewhere and make more money too. Because it's going to help like 90% of Major League Baseball players make more money in the long run.
Right.
Because all these teams just want to sign all the top players to all that money. Now, guess what? There's a salary cap now. That money's going to trickle down to you.
Yeah.
But the baseball union, man, they're all about getting the most money, but not realizing like the 95% of you aren't getting all that money. Now, if there is a cap, you're gonna get more money because payroll is going to be more dispersed evenly.
I just can't believe it. But that's baseball though. This is a league, Mike, that's 20 years turning a blind eye to steroids. Yeah. This has been a league that's certainly been. So again, at the end of the day, I just can't imagine why people take it as serious as they do. But if the Pirates were good, I got to be honest, Mike, I would be right there. Yeah. So I get it. I get why Cardinals fans stay in, and I get why Yankees fans stay in, and I get why Braves, Dodgers, the Red Sox. I mean, when you put a good team on the field, it's hard to ignore it. So again, that's that. Let's move forward. Good. Last point.
I was going to say, but like pretty soon it's going to get to a tipping point where it's going to have not having salary cap is going to have an even more detrimental effect on the game. Because prices are going to keep going up on these guys, and you're not going to have many teams left to afford those guys. And there's going to be like 3 teams playing against each other. You're going to have to hope that you can build a scrappy team to compete against them. And that's what you're going to have. And it's not going to be viable for that league and for the best interest of them and their fans in the long term to not have a salary cap. They need a salary cap.
One more thing before I get back to the board, Mike. We were talking about our offense just a few moments ago. So we did get off track right here, Mike. We were talking about the offense. We're talking about how things should get better. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers back with Coach McCarthy, how it should be familiar. Mike, PFF, the joke that we have on the show, PFF, Mike, 2026 season, they have Aaron Rodgers. They have him 22. It's 22nd best quarterback, which, okay, listen, I'm not going to argue this. He's older. And he's going to be 43 this football season. I'm not going to argue. But at the end of the day, Mike, you want to hear who he's just behind?
Yeah.
He's just behind Kyler Murray on this list. Now, listen, I'm not bad-mouthing Kyler Murray, but I'm just bad-mouthing Kyler Murray because what has he ever done, accomplished, or anything? Yeah. Again, yes, I get that Aaron Rodgers is 43 years old during this upcoming season. But at the end of the day, Mike, there's PFF again, making sense of things that making no sense of things that already make sense.
Yeah, like if you look at Aaron Rodgers' stats and performance, he 15 to 22 makes sense. But Kyler Murray, no.
And Danny Dimes is one behind him. Danny Dimes right behind Aaron Rodgers, and Kyler Murray right in front of Aaron Rodgers, according to PFF's 2026 quarterbacks and where you would rank them.
Danny Dimes, who got exposed once he played like a real defense that apparently was predictable, and showed the league, this is what you need to do to stop him, and then got hurt a few weeks after. Like Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes. Oh my God.
Let me ask you this: how well do you think that this team would fare if we would have in fact brought Kyler Murray here and Aaron Rodgers wouldn't have been the guy? Do you think we would be in a position to do what we're in position to do now? I mean, and again, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but in theory, things are looking good. Would you be as confident right now? Again, a lot of people were high on Kyler Murray. A lot of people liked him. Some people said they would like them to come here. Would we be in a situation we're sitting in right now if Kyler Murray was sitting in Aaron Rodgers' spot right now? Or would you feel as optimistic?
No, not with the current form of Kyler Murray. Because I think his arm has lost what it once was. I don't think he can hit the deep ball like he used to. Kind of like Aaron now, but like with Kyler, he's short. He still has to be able to move around the pocket and stuff. No, I think no. I wouldn't, just because what I've seen the last few years out of Kyler Murray. Well, that team sucks down there in Arizona. But I saw Jacoby Brissett play there last year and put a damn good fucking numbers too. So it's like,
Here's
is
the
it
thing about,
Kyler with the team? What's going on here? I don't know.
and here's the thing about the two gentlemen that you're speaking of. Brissett, he went to Cleveland and found ways to win games. He went to Arizona, found ways to win games. Kyler Murray just he never got it done, Mike, in any situation. Those weren't ideal situations for the latter. And Kyler Murray had the same situation in Arizona, and he never could get it done, Mike.
He had a handful of good years, but then like playoffs would hit and he just crumble. Like he's very inconsistent. Like when he's fun to watch. Like as a fan of football, I'll sit there and watch Kyler Murray play, but I don't want him to be my quarterback. Because for a lot of the good plays he makes, there's coming down the pipe, there's 4 more bad plays coming. Yeah. So yeah.
A couple of things here, and then we're going to continue back on the board. Mike, let's go right here to some more how people were making the Steelers out to be. Right now, I'm seeing on ESPN. ESPN has the Steelers at 19 overall, which, again, that's a little lower than halfway. I think that they're a little bit better than that when it comes down to it, Mike. But now they have that team landing in between these two teams, which I don't necessarily disagree with the first team. I like what they're doing. Tampa Bay is directly in front of us at number 18 overall. As a matter of fact, with the addition of KG down there, Mike, of course, KG, yes, KG, right?
Yeah,
KG's down there. I really like what Tampa Bay got going on with Baker, and they have some things. So again, Mike, they come in at 18 according to ESPN. We're 19 in Indianapolis, just like Danny Dimes comes in right after us in the team rankings according to ESPN, where we're 19, Tampa Bay coming in at 18, and the Indianapolis Colts coming in at 20.
I'm not so sure about the Colts. Like, yeah, you got Jonathan Taylor. Who's your quarterbacks? Like
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes and Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Who's your receivers? You traded away Pittman. Alec Pierce is hurt. You don't know when he's going to be healthy. You don't know when, like, Danny Dimes is like ahead of schedule, but do you really want to rush someone back from an Achilles? I just don't see the Indy thing. I think we're a bit low, man. Like we've improved. We were a playoff team. We won the division. We improved more than every team in our division. Okay. I like the Steelers being slept on.
I do too. I think we smell better with that fragrance. You know what I mean? When we're going under the radar, kind of being told that we suck, the Steelers just generally always seem to play better. Like they're not the flashy team. They never were the Dallas Cowboys, or you know what I mean. They're always been the rough team, the blue collar team, and a team that seems to do better when their backs against the wall. So I have no problem with teams not saying that we're in at least the top half of that list, which I think that we are. But at the end of the day, Mike, I don't mind playing this role. I think it's going to come back and bite the league in the ass this year, especially with all these predictions we're hearing with how the division's supposed to play out again, basically with Baltimore winning. Mike, the Baltimore being in the top 3% of teams that's supposed to be in the Super Bowl this year, according to DraftKings. I think this all comes back to bite them teams, and the Steelers surprise some teams this year, Mike. At least I hope so. That's the best case scenario in my mind. And I think everybody here on the terrible board agrees.
Yeah, I think we sprinkle a little bit of vanilla rain on the Steelers, man, and watch them soar into the playoffs.
Hey, with vanilla rain being sprinkled and jizz on the board, baby, we could not be compared with. Let's move on though. A lot of people on the board. I don't want to miss anybody. Let's go right here to Jamal. He says, "Man, Emmett's trash. He played behind that line his whole career all the way up until the end there with Arizona. But you're right, and that was a very impressive offensive line to say the least." Jizz sends the orange cat whistling. We want to say thank you for that, Jizz. As always, great seeing Jizz on the terrible board. Somber says this. No, that was in response to Christophus. Vegas says this. Me too to Jamal. That's why I call him King Derpy. King Derpy. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says this on my phone and too lazy to tag. Somber says Jizz is saying hi. Also, Corey Don't Drink That says that Jamal. Yeah, I think that the Tit Show gave him a complex. Listen, I think the Tit Show should have did something for his confidence and made his confidence explode. Derpy had a total wrong reaction for him. But anyway, he says it's a complex or something, but he gives me the vibe that he wants to build his own channel, which is fine. But expanding your resume could go a long way even here. Absolutely, Derpy. We wish him the best.
You guys need to go to Derp's channel, check out the stuff that he was doing before he got with us.
You should go to the stuff, watch the stuff he's doing now.
Well, he would have like 45-minute long episodes, and it was like
him sitting in silence.
43 minutes of silence with random spurts of him talking. It was great.
We did Mike. We did a lot to try to help him along.
We did, man. We tried to give him confidence, man, in and of himself, and like how to like just like present yourself on air and how to speak and how to talk and have stuff ready to go to say and make sure your stuff's ready to go to say it with some confidence, man. And we've tried to coach him up.
Yeah,
I'm the podcast god.
I am the pod god.
The pod god.
I am the
There we
pod
go.
god.
I'm the pod god. Trademark. Probably someone already has that, but okay.
I said it first, so you can't take it. And I have it right here on video, but I'm going to move along. The pod god is going to move along. Well, what did you call yourself? The pud muffin or whatever?
What's the podcast god?
Oh, yeah. Let's go with the pud muffin. Let's go with right here.
That's from some of the comments I've read on that from Pride Month. Some people might want me to be their pud muffin.
That you might be the pud mud of the group, but let's do scoot along. Let's go back to jizz. Let's get away from the pud.
Let's go back to jizz.
Let's get back to jizz here. No, but I think I'm missing somebody. Tyrone says this. I was watching the pod. He's like terrible takes, not top 30 wide receiver. I don't think he's in the 16. I'm not sure which wide receiver.
DK.
Oh, DK. Here's something I just saw the other day. Somebody was we talking about that on the show? Somebody speculated. Yeah, it was Friday. Somebody's talking about a 3-way trade between the Jets, the 49ers, and the Steelers. And it was like we get Ayuk and
and they get DK.
That's what it was. That was just that wasn't anything, right? That was just speculation. That wasn't anything that was going on. I went over into another world for a second. Like I couldn't remember if that really happened or I just dreamt it or thought it. But that was actually Friday. Let's move on. Let's go here to I think DK. Okay, there it is. DK is like 16 to 20 range. Thoughts, Mike? What's your thoughts on that, real quick?
I put him in that range. That sounds about right for him.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, he's overpaid, but oh well. He's still producing. I'll take it.
Vegas says Emmett's Steakhouse here is closed. Emmett's Steakhouse there is closed. You know what I used to like? I used to like the Woodson's Grill.
Yeah.
You remember Woodson's Grill?
I was like up on the hill.
Station Square.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I never made it over to Bettis Grill. Let's continue forward. Let's go right here. Let's go to Somber. Somber says where all the zombies are. Vegas says this. He says if you're a Jim Norton fan, you probably know what Monster Rain is, and you're probably disgusted by it. Vegas follows it up by saying, is there a footwork god that Drew and Will can go to?
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, he's the quarterback whisperer, they say. Let's go here to right here. Aaron says, I feel we have a top-notch wide receiver core. Let the haters hate. Steeler Nation faux life. What's up, Aaron? Always great to see you, brother. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the board. I think that we're not deep at wide receiver, but the receivers we have, providing they can stay healthy, I think it's certainly an improvement. Certainly an improvement of anything that we've had over the past couple of years when we come into the season saying, why don't we have a number 3 wide receiver? So things are certainly better. Things are certainly 100% better. Great to see you back here. Aaron Vegas says, sorry, it's feet work according to Shaq since you're using both of your feet. Yeah, we want to go to who worked with Shaq. Remember his free throws? He was working with a free throw coach for his whole entire career, Mike, and his free throws never got better. Can you imagine the failure that trainer must feel like? I mean, the money he made probably makes him pretty happy.
Yeah.
But the results at the end of the day, I worked with this cat for 20 years, and his free throws never got better.
Yeah. Well, you always have that one pupil, that one disciple, that one mentee. They can just never get it together. And Shaq's that one.
Yeah.
You're always going to have failures. But, when your most notable failure is one of the biggest failures of all time in that one niche part of the sport, oof, damn, that's rough.
For sure. Let's look at a couple other things here, Mike. A couple other topics that I do see that we're going to talk about today. A couple of things here real quick. This is they're talking about the improvements, Mike. There was a lot of improvements this year for the Acrisure Stadium and all this Acrisure Stadium talking. Are they going to move? Blah, 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 blah. One thing that we do know, Mike, is they upgraded the grass. The grass is in. It is fixed. They upgraded the upper deck. Upper deck looks nice. It's beautiful. Got black chairs up there and everything now. A whole different look upstairs, Mike. But the main question is, and this is the one that I think most people want to know the answer to, did they add more bathroom stalls? Did they add more bathroom stalls? One of the biggest complaints on the report card over the past 3 years is guys don't have nowhere to piss. And if you do, perhaps you're waiting. Or Mike, did they get any more bathroom stalls? Should they get any more bathroom stalls? Will they get any more bathroom stalls when it's all said and done at Acrisure Stadium?
I'm going with no. No more stalls.
No more stalls.
Piss in a bottle and move on.
So there you go. Mike says no more stalls, but there has been a lot of work, Mike. There's been a lot of work. They did do some upgrading. Yes, they yeah, go ahead.
5 is enough for 53 grown-ass men on the roster plus the entire staff. That's more than enough. I mean, that is like OSHA approved right there.
I want them like pissing on each other's legs because there's not enough space. You know what I mean?
Take a piss in the shower.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is what I want for my visiting team. This is what needs to be happening over there in the locker room when they should be focusing on football.
You get a hole in the ground and deal with it.
Yes, exactly. What's the problem? People in the back in the day, they just pissed in the ground.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
We'll plant some more trees out back. Put a little roll of toilet paper there in a bag for you. Just shit lean against the tree, shit in the bag, and let's go.
I agree. Listen,
if it was good enough for Ben Franklin, it's good enough for you.
That's right. And Ben Franklin didn't make nearly the money, so I don't know what that has to do with anything. But let's move along, Mike. We do have a lot to get into today. I do want to go right here just past Aaron. Vegas says this. I was saying Bradshaw's a top 10 quarterback. Fuck it. He went back to back twice when there was no rules for the quarterbacks, no sliding to avoid it. And he called his own plays for plays. F Omaha. It's Bradshaw over here. You know what? And that's a good point. No other quarterback has won back-to-back twice in 6 years. And he was the first to do it. And you know what? There's a lot of arguments for Terry. And again, like the league wasn't what it is even into the 80s to where they just became passing a lot more. I mean, through the 80s with the Joe Montanas and the John Elways, into the 90s with Jim Kelly, Troy, the whole way down. It's certainly got more pass happy as time goes on. So how could that be held against Terry Bradshaw when he just didn't play in a pass happy era? Yes, guys passed the ball. It's football, but at the end of the day, it was not a pass happy era as some of these other quarterbacks certainly had through their whole career. It wasn't a necessity. Teams didn't identify the way they did with passing the passing game like they have certainly later on down the road. So not at the end of the day, I don't think you're wrong, Vegas. I think you have a valid point, Mike.
Yeah, he became a much better passer later in his career. You know, early on, my God, he was all over the place. He was terrible. And just taking stupid shots down the field. But he got better as he progressed. And I think, though, too, man, defenses were a lot different back then. You know, the Mel Blount rule was put in for a reason. Yeah. Terry Bradshaw played in that era when DBs can hand fight up and down the field. So, yeah, Terry, I don't know, hard to say top 10 for me, like everyone, for all the other quarterbacks I could name off the top of my head. But my God, when it comes to the Super Bowl, I don't know if I want another quarterback back there. Like, definitely in the Super Bowl itself, I put him a top 3 quarterback all time. Him, Montana, maybe Brady.
All right, there you go. Interesting thought, Mike. Let's go right here. Tortilla says this: Maple Leaf baseball. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says with 2 Super Bowl MVPs for the people that say the D always carried him. You know what? That's a good point as well. That's a very good point as well. Vegas, he says with 2 Super Bowl MVPs for the people that say the defense always carried this team, which I can't deny the defense did a big part, but at the end of the day, I think Vegas makes a great argument here. Lindsay says, I am. What the fuck? Also, Tyrone says, A-Rod top 13. Top 13. Lindsay says he's behind Murray. That's a joke. I agree with that, Lindsay, for sure. I just think Murray should be lower down the list. And I don't know. Again, it's tough to say with Aaron. But 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, certainly better than people would have expected from a guy that was being told to go short over and over and over and over and over in an offense that had no wide receivers.
Yeah.
You know, let's say that Kyler was in that situation. He had no wide receivers and had the same offensive coordinator. Would he have done as well? Would he have took the team to the playoffs? Would he have taken his team to the playoffs? I just don't know. So again, I think Aaron Rodgers did plenty fine last year. Hopefully he could do plenty fine this year with the additions that were made. Let's go, Mike, to Tortilla. He says behind a short person. Being behind a short person is cool because you can. Being behind a short person is cool because you can see over them. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go here to Ty. Ty says tortilla. Scoot along just a little bit right here. Lindsay, if Kyler Murray was on the Steelers, he would be ranked 30 just because it's us. More than likely. More than likely, Mike. And again, for Arizona, yet he still grades higher than the Steeler quarterback. So
somehow,
what's
and
that tell you?
he didn't even play the whole year.
What does that tell you? Let's continue. Great point, Lindsay. Let's go here to Vegas. Vegas says this: you guys have to call Hershey. Tell them to make a ad campaign. Are you a squitter with people holding Hershey chocolate syrup and squirting into milk? I like it. I like it, Vegas. Vegas is he's on a roll. Getting all these new teams and new things in Vegas with the ideas now. I like that. Let's go here to Tortilla. He says, Call of Murray, short ops. Call of Murray, short ops. Let's go to Aaron.
That's a good one.
Yes, Aaron, I think that Michael Pittman is going to be a huge for this team. Huge. In many ways, not just his production, just his presence is an upgrade from what we had, if you think about it. Who was our number 2 receiver last year? Exactly. Let's move along. But to
Kitty Gainwell.
that was a roundabout way to answer the question for Aaron. I mean, absolutely. His presence alone makes the team an improvement. Yes, big time. Let's continue, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see Pittman play. Let's go here to Daniel. Go Steelers. What's up, Daniel? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Terrible Board. Great seeing Daniel as well, as always. Hope you're ready. We're just 69 days away from the big kickoff right here in Pittsburgh against the Atlanta Falcons to start off the regular season. Camp just a little over 3 weeks away, in preseason football next month. Like, all the competition will be out for all to see. A lot of camp goers are going to see how it goes when camp starts. But Mike, when them games start popping up on TV and everybody watches, that's when it's really on. That's when I want to see quarterbacks competing. That's when I want to see all the positional things happening and playing out. Guys, it's almost here. It's almost here. We made it, Mike. We made it. I thought that it would be a lot longer of an off season, but it was so eventful. So many things just snap happening. It was plenty fast. Pirates are almost done in a sense. Steelers are right around the corner. Couldn't be more excited. Great to see you back, Daniel. Let's go here to Corey at Don't Drink That. Corey says this. Did you say 22nd ranked quarterback in his 22nd season, and we're currently ranked 22nd in passing? Strange how numbers work. Our conspiracy guy, Corey, you nailed it right on the head. This can only mean that I don't know.
We're gonna have the 22nd pick in the next year's draft.
Yeah, that's the answer to that. That might
all this build up, and we end up right where we started.
They will be the 22nd pick in next year's draft. Mike, you know what? That boy, does that sound right. And Corey, if it happens, we're coming back to you on that. Let's go to Tortilla. Tortilla says Derpy doesn't have a complex. He has a suplex. He has something there to go along with them double Ds. Vegas says this: Derpy won the hot bottom contest. He had it with Vegas. He did. I'm sorry, with Vanilla. I'm sorry, not Vegas. He had it with Vanilla. He did. He won the Stinky Pickle Award. He did.
Pickle Award.
So he's crowned that for the next year. Let's go here to Somber. He says, build his own channel. He needs to fix his effing green screen first. Bro is a digital magician. Corey says, this Somber, I agree, but he does his other channel right where he falls asleep on lives like mini Kabuli. Hey, I didn't say it. Let's move along.
The best is when he's hyped to do a live stream with you at night, and then he falls asleep on you.
He all day long he texts you, dude. We're gonna do it tonight. Are we still gonna do it tonight? We're gonna do our show tonight. Hey, can we do the show tonight? We're gonna do a show tonight. And then it comes showtime. He's nowhere to be found.
He's fallen asleep, and he was like, "What? Watching women's hockey during the draft or some shit that year." I was like, "Bro, what the?"
I literally seen him go in the last time I watched him on the Nerd Show a couple weeks ago. He was literally upright at first, and then as the show went on, he started like a clock. You seen him go to the 1 o'clock, to the 2 o'clock. Mike, by the time it was halfway through the show, he was literally at the 3-9 position. I shit you not. They're talking to him. They're going, Derpy, and he's out.
Dude, I want to go back and watch the show that I shared with everyone, that the thumbnail, when it was like Derpy and 5 other people on there. it was like Sesame Street. One of these isn't like the other. One of these doesn't belong. They all had these nice backdrops. The cameras were looking good. Everyone on the thumbnail looked presentable. And then there's Derpy, the digital musician. You can barely see him. It was fucking great.
Looks like he's in a trash dumpster. I don't know what the fuck is going constantly through the show.
You can see the funk cloud.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. The funk has got so bad. You see it now. That's what's going on behind him. Let's move on. Vegas says maybe he got narcolepsy, possibly. Get that man a football helmet. Tyrone says this. I'd be getting on Derpy and other chats. Motherfucker be negative. I know he is negative, man. He's very he does that in our group chat on that we all communicate. He'll just put up the most negative shit ever. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says this. Phasing in and out of reality as he nods off. That's exactly what it's like. It's got to drive Chris nuts. And Chris is one of these nice guys. It seems like he won't ever say anything. He can let it go. I'd get on Derpy's ass all show if he was.
I would too, man. Like you said, he's a nice guy. He keeps that show moving, running along. And then there's Derpy.
And then other guys good.
Yeah.
He's good.
They know their shit. They know how to put on a good show.
And then the funny thing is, Derpy knows his shit when it comes to nerdy news too.
Yeah.
But
the thing, it comes back to the confidence with Derpy to be able to speak and say what he wants to say. You got to put him through the pod god. You got to get on him. Got to put him through the routes.
Well, we got to wait till the 1000th episode. I don't feel fair to call. I don't feel fair to say the pod god until we get to at least 1,000 episodes and fall into that 1%, like the top 1% of podcasts. That is fact. Look it up. Once we hit 1,000, we will be in the top 1% as far as podcasts put out, Mike. So again, then we'll switch over to the pod god. Then let's continue working toward it now. Right here, Lindsay says this. I missed a comment for someone to say DK isn't a top 30. They are smoking crack. That is crazy. That is crazy. But like we said, Lindsay, put him on another team. I'm sure he's a top 15 wide receiver. So let's go to Tortilla. Don't Google footwork God on your computer.
Already did, and I was very disappointed.
Oh, what did you see, Mike? Give us a report.
It came up. It was like showing people like working on footwork for soccer and baseball and football. I was like very disappointed. I wanted to see some shit that would get Rex Ryan excited.
Yeah,
and I did not. Tortilla sold me wrong. So not only was he not here Friday, he sold me bad intel too. He might move down to number 2 on the friends list.
Tortilla's up there, man. He's up there.
He was number 1. I think it was like etched in stone for a while.
You're gonna have to.
Now we might have to chisel it out. Like he's like an Egyptian pharaoh that did wrong, and we just gotta erase him from history.
It's gonna be a tough fight for that, but you know what? Let's go right here. Tyrone says this. Lindsay, this dude Joey said that shit. I sent it to the GC pathetic take. Let's go here to Corey. Corey says this. Somber. It's like a Snorlax and Doctor Strange did a mashup. Laughed my ass off. Falling asleep during his transition into different dimensions. Laughing my ass off. Vegas says this. Did they upgrade it to the World Cup grass? I don't know.
No.
I don't know what's going on.
Why would we? We wouldn't spend that kind of money.
And listen, I don't listen. I'm the kind of guy. I kind of like our stuff. I like people not liking to come here. I don't want other teams to be happy. I don't want other teams to come here and love the fact that we have 20 toilets. I like the fact that we make them piss in a hole in the floor. I like the fact that they come here and trip on our dirt. I just do. I don't know. Call me crazy. It just goes back to I'm just an old school guy, blue collar guy. Come here and you deal with what you deal with. You go other places, you got to deal with their bullshit. You go to Indianapolis, they pump their own sound into their. You got to deal with that. You know what? Don't make them comfortable. They come here. I would go the opposite direction. Everything they bitch about, Mike, on these surveys every year, I would do the opposite of what they want to fix it. They'd have no damn toilets in that locker room over there. They wouldn't even have lockers. They would just sit around on stools the whole time. It's like I don't want you being comfortable when you come to play us. I'm just saying.
I remember that when Germie gets dysentery and Jalen Warren blows out a knee.
Dysentery. Our team is allowed to have them.
Oh,
I don't care what the other teams are saying.
Okay,
I care what our team is saying.
Like so, only our grass, like where we can only run on the good grass, they can run on the bad grass.
It's like the icy sideline in the Immaculate Reception game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
we tried to put the tarp down. We don't know what happened.
Hey, It's just the way the ball bounces sometime and just how it lands in Franco's hands. But let's do scoot along right here. Let's go to Lindsay. Yeah, well, he's a dumbass Tyrone. John says, bring back the trough. I agree. I like the trough. Piss can splatter all over everyone else's shoes. It's a whole thing. It's a whole experience. I like it for the visitors' locker room. That's just me. Let's continue forward. Let's go, Lindsay. Lindsay says, Mike caught a chuckle there. Let's go to Christopher. Wimbledon and the World Cup have eased my boredom from no football, but I can't wait to get to training camp in Latrobe, and I can't wait to get there with you, brother. Always, it's going to be a blast. I know that Chris is coming up from South Florida. A lot of people coming in town. It's going to be a great time here, guys. In 3 weeks, camp is going to be getting underway. And at the end of the day, Mike likes soccer a lot. So, you know what? I deal with it. And again, if USA had a better chance, and this is me being a big bandwagon, but I mean, if it's my fucking team, USA, if they played better soccer all the time, I would probably like USA soccer more. They don't generally do great, do they? I don't know.
No, we don't. We did not qualify for the last World Cup 4 years ago.
So this is what I'm saying. I don't know if it were just better. Maybe I don't. It's. I'm a homer.
Yeah,
my team isn't good. It's hard,
yeah, you know. Especially like if it's not my number one sport, I'm not going to watch a team that sucks.
Right,
or is not good.
Because when the Penguins are having a hard season, it's hard to watch them play. When the Pirates, when the Steelers, I mean, of course, you're never going to miss a Steeler game. But at the end of the day, we'll move along. I appreciate it. I respect it. And again, I know that you guys like it. I know that Mike likes it. So I go along with it. Let's go here to Tortilla. The Ohio River ain't going to piss in itself. Wait, never mind. Yes, it will. It certainly will.
Yes, it will.
As I used to jump off the rope swing into the Ohio River myself as a youngster. And I do know for a fact that it does piss itself.
I see the Ohio River flow by my house as I sit up high upon the valley. And I look at it and go, and I watch the people boat in it and tube in it. And like,
I used to swim in that shit.
You people are fucking disgusting.
Yeah, baby. Let's continue on. Let's go right here to John. Dude says this little dick could pee in the bottle. Little dick could pee in the bottle.
Gatorade bottle. They got the big opening.
Yeah, they do got the bigger opening.
Yeah.
Aaron says upgrade. Will the beer be cold?
That's all that matters.
Always great seeing Aaron Williams on the board, my man. Somber says the Niners would have too many sword fights. There you go. The sword fights for the away games for the Niners, Somber is saying. Somber also says this, Mike, he says, had to get my shot after. Got to get my shot at Tater in there. I loved it. Great job, brother. Always love hearing what Somber has to say. Vegas says this, the away locker room shouldn't have any restrooms. Fuck them, make them wait in line with the fans. Halftime, go up and get behind them fans.
Right?
Have guys pissing themselves. Let's grab Robert here, and then we're going to jump back to some more topics, Mike, as we are scooting along on the show today, moving rather quickly, actually. Let's go right here to Robert. Robert said this, 31 and 35 points scored in those two Super Bowls. And you know what? None of our Super Bowls have scored as many other than that. Like in the loss to the Cowboys, we had 17. 25 or 26 against the Packers. Even in the wins, only scoring 27 against Arizona and 21 against Seattle. So Terry Bradshaw, say what you want about the defense, Mike. They put up 66 points in those two particular games. Yeah. So good point, Robert. Great to see you on the board as always. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a great holiday, Robert. Great to see you back, sir. But good point. Robert says this, when does the World Cup start? Isn't this the World Cup that they're in?
The game started at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, there you go. Tortilla says the river has STDs.
Well, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I seen something. I don't know what it was, but there was definitely something out there that will make me think that. Lindsay says, can't wait to see Pittman and DK. Me too. And Bernard Tyrone adds to that. Yes. And you know what? Roman, too. I would love to see Roman. Lindsay says, DK and Pittman. Christopher says this. Chrissy says it's already going, man. It's already going on. He's talking about the soccer, of course. Vegas says this, Spain versus Portugal at noon and USA versus Belgium at 5. That's not our time, right, Mike?
No. That's the left coast time.
Gotcha. Let's go right here. Let's go to Jamie. Jamie says Spain and Portugal at 3. United States plays at 8. That would be our time. Thank you.
That's in a real time zone.
Oh, here we go.
I never have anything to poke at Vegas with, so now I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it with the time zones.
All right. Have at it.
It's lame. It's all I got. I like Vegas. I need something to needle them with, and it's going to be time zones.
Lindsay's bringing the funny as well. She says, of course, Roman too. He's our wide receiver 1. We would never know. We would never know if let's move forward. Let's go right here. Tyrone, he says, wait, you ain't had Roman on. Oh, now you do. Saying to Lindsay. Lindsay says, just did. Roman is the best. Let's go down here to Lindsay says, Bernard will be 4 or 5. Edge Master Derpy. Mike, there you go. That is Tortilla. Vegas is saying this King Derpy had an adrenaline dump getting too excited. A couple more. We're going to get to a couple more topics here. Mike, Lindsay, sorry, this is Tyrone. Lindsay, you don't believe that. Lindsay says, yeah, I do. Tyrone says, Cap. Let's go right here to Lindsay. She says, this Mike Bernard is a rookie, and we'll see what he does. Like I've been saying, not changing my mind until he plays. That's a good point. That's a great point, Lindsay. Not enough people are saying that, to be honest with you. Let's go here to Tortilla. Derpy has to be negative, or the gays will harass him. I know that he's... What? I don't know what that even is implying, but okay, we'll go with it. I was going to try to go off of that, but let's just go with that. Let's go here to Lindsay. Lindsay says this, he has to earn my respect. I'm not just giving it to him now. If we took Lemon, he would be wide receiver 2 immediately. All right. That's Lindsay. That's her take. That's what the board do. Let's go to Tyrone. He says, yeah, that's fine. I ain't mad at that take, but wide receiver 4 or 5, please, he says. Follows it up by saying Bernard can pass Pittman. Don't sleep. That's interesting as well. Let's go to Lindsay. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Vegas says they're amazed by the size of Walmart. They're amazed by the size of Walmart. Tortilla says this, Mike. He says you either die a hero or live long enough to enroll at Penn State.
When did we enroll him, brother?
There you go. Let's continue on. I'm going to go right here. Let's go to Lindsay. She says, I cannot watch soccer, baseball, or basketball. Tyrone says soccer. I feel I can watch the other two. Yeah, I'm kind of right there. I don't know. It all depends, I guess. It all depends. Like I said, if the soccer team's good, I watch them. Not because I love it, but, Vegas says NCAA fishing is more exciting than baseball.
Like when I first saw that comment pop up, I thought it said NCAA fisting. By the way.
Well, that would be way more exciting.
I'm like,
obviously.
Yeah, that's definitely more exciting. Then I had to do a double take, like, oh, fishing.
Let's go here, Mike. They should introduce fighting in soccer like hockey. They got to do something. It's guys basically running cross country, and once every 3 hours a ball goes into a net. It's unbelievable. Tortilla says they should introduce fighting in soccer. Vegas says, what's wrong with the River Vanilla Thunder? Is that why they told the Yinzer he can't swim in that river? Mike, can you swim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You float, don't you?
No, I swim. Okay. I can swim.
Okay. All right.
I'm a good swimmer, man. I had a pool growing up when I was younger. Swam all the time.
Lindsay says, because it's filled with piss, Vegas. That's why. Because people piss in it. Like on Superbad, when Seth Rogen and Bill Hader, they were the cops, and they told Fogel when they were getting in the car, they were like, don't take the bus. It smells like piss. And Seth Rogen, you want to know why? Because they piss in it. That is exactly the same story of the Ohio River. Tortilla says the river has STDs. They do. It does. I've seen it. Steel Loyal says DeRozan waived by the Kings. There you go. Some NBA scoop going on. Always great seeing Steel Loyal from North Carolina in the house. Making the big trek up for camp in a few weeks. I think that Steel Loyal is actually coming up a little earlier, if I'm remembering right. Let's jump right here. Good move with the Kings. He's washed. Tyrone says, Lindsay, here we go with the basketball. Tortilla says he's good, but he slows down our offense. We need the money to help. We need the money too, so it was bound to happen. Vegas says, Vanilla Thunder, since you're 3 hours ahead, let me know who wins so I can bet it. There you go.
I got you, fam.
I like that. I like the way that guy thinks. Let's go here. Let's go, Lindsay. I'm changing GC name, Basketball Gang. Let's go here to Steel Loyal. It's free agency period for the NBA, Lindsay. It won't be much longer. A lot of big moves this offseason, I'm hearing. Lindsay says, I don't know. Just joking. Tyrone says, yeah, Braun news might be today. I'm going to have fun today. So fair warning. What's going on with LeBron? Where is it? What team? Like, I don't even know what team he's on anymore.
He's free agent. Last I saw, he was just having some drinks in the club, dancing to some music, living his best life.
So he's not even on a team, huh? I thought they'd be knocking down the doors for him. Anyway, let me move on.
Hey, man, wherever he goes, they're an instant contender.
And they bring a whole bunch of players with them. But that's beside the point.
He just brings himself, man.
No, that's never been the case.
27-7. 27-7. That's all he.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What I'm saying is
that's what he averages.
All right, would you let me complete my thought this time now instead of continuing to talk? Remember we had a situation recently.
You know what? Look.
Oh shit! I apologize. Stop it.
I didn't mean to do that.
I apologize. I will never say anything ever again.
I went to jokingly turn my camera off, and then that shit happened.
My comment is this: I seen him go to a lot of teams where a lot of other players went, and then they won a lot of basketball games. That's all I'm saying. That's what I observed. I observed when he had kind of in other roles they didn't do as well, but again, that's just the way I see it. That's why I'm here, is to give my opinion and how I see things. Let's move a little bit forward here to the Steel Loyal. He says it's free agency. We will be getting that. I know, just joking. LeBron. Lindsay says yes, he's retiring. Is that true? Is he retiring? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I'm seriously asking.
I don't think he is.
He's not retiring. Vegas says this: he should go to the Sixers. Let's go here. Lindsay says my son said he wants him to go to Philly. Steel Loyal said he's going to the Cavs. Let's go here to Vegas. He says foot basket. Vegas also says they have two killers and Embiid. Let's go to Tyrone. Ooh, Philly, fuck no. A couple more, Mike, and we're going to get a couple of topics just because of where the show is. Philly, fuck no. Tyrone says it's always been Cavs or Warriors. Lindsay said I want him to go to Philly because that's what my son wants. You know, it's close enough too. Either Philly or Cleveland. They can certainly make the trek to go watch him play. I've done it. I say what I say, but I've certainly traveled to Cleveland to watch him play before. Lindsay says this. He said he ain't winning shit in Cleveland. So he's not going to go there. Let's go here. Let's go to Vegas. He can get in no trade clause if he goes back to the Cavs or Heat, since he's played for them before. Steel Loyal says leave the Heat out of this, Vegas. Tyrone says Cleveland has a better team than the Sixers, and Lindsay says definitely hope he goes to the Heat too. Vegas. Let's talk about a few things here, Mike, with our Steelers. These were some trade swirling, I don't even want to say rumors, just things that I read as I'm gathering for the show. Mike, this was said about the Steelers named as a potential match for the former first round 2020 Mekhi Becton. Is that how you pronounce it? 6'7", 363-pound guard. He got drafted, Mike, with Philly, ended up going a couple other places. He had some knee injuries. He had a hand injury. He dealt with concussion injuries. This is somebody that I think people look at us and they say, well, they could use a hand at guard right now. Mike, I think this is all this is. It's just pure rumors, speculation. At the end of the day, Mike, I don't want a guy who gets injured constantly as I'm trying to build my offensive line.
Yeah, Mekhi, he's never lived up to the potential that he, was built to have. The Jets took him in the first round to play tackle. He failed there, moved him inside the guard. I forget, he played for maybe the Colts last year, or not the Colts, the Chargers.
Yeah, he went from Philly to the Chargers.
Yeah, and I think he got hurt there again when all their linemen were getting hurt. No, I don't want anything to do with Mekhi Becton. I'm okay rocking with the guys we have at guard. We have a plan at guard. Again, this is the media not knowing what the Steelers are doing and not seeing their plan and their vision. Mekhi Becton's a no-go.
And the other one, Mike, Colts writer. The Colts writer urging Indianapolis to trade for Alex Highsmith, of course, Mike. I mean, it would take a miracle to pry him from our hands at this point, just the way things are set up for the Steelers. But, Mike, one of these guys are going to have to move next year. One of these guys are not going to be on the team in the 2020 season. I wouldn't think after Nick Herbig signs the contract that he signed earlier this offseason. Mike, Indianapolis urging their team to go after Alex Highsmith.
I don't think any of those guys are going to move this year. I think they really do want all three to play. But if they do move someone, he's the most logical choice. I think he's a better player right now than Watt. We're not going to go down that road, but looking at their contracts, it's the better one for the team, but it's the easiest one to move. And where Watt's already going to retire Steeler, so yeah, he would be the one to go. If they do trade him this year, I think it would be a mistake because I want to keep all three this year. Because we're going to need all three, and the next year you can move on from one of them because you're hoping by that point, Sawyer continues his development.
Mike, and again, I mean, this is all pipe dream, but what's the least you would take on a trade for Alex Highsmith at this point?
I would like.
What would you expect to get for him?
I would love to get a second. I would really love to get a second, but I don't think realistically you could. I'd like a third and maybe a later round draft swap, like a trading for a third and then you flip a 6 for a 7th or a 7 for a 6, some shit like that. I think that would be the return value for him.
So again,
because his contract's up after next year anyway, so you're getting him as a rental. He has injury concerns. I think a 3 and a 3. Let's say a 3 and a 5. I'd take that in a heartbeat. 3 and a 5. If we're looking to move him, I have to move him. But I don't want to move him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going anywhere this year. And the thing is, he becomes a free agent next year. So, again, whatever happens is going to happen. I can't imagine him get traded. But if he does get traded, Mike, I want something for him because you can. And believe me, somebody would try to take us to the bank if we were trying, to grab somebody. So that was just something that was being said, Mike. That's by the Indianapolis writer. So, again, this isn't even anything that's here. Let's talk a few random things, Mike. The Pittsburgh Steelers, a lot of people excited, Mike, about the size of this coaching staff. Different positions added on, different things added to this coaching staff that we never had before. Not even just through the Mike Tomlin era, but through the history of the team. Mike, but did you know that this team still is one of the bottom 3 teams in the amount of coaches that they have, Mike, with tied with Kansas City and Cincinnati with 21 total coaches.
Yeah, we added 3 coaches and we're still at the bottom.
we
had 19, now we got 21.
Yes.
But hey, we're tied with what? Kansas City
and Cincinnati.
A team that went to the Super Bowl and a team that has won 3 of 5.
2 teams that went to the Super Bowl in the last 5 years.
So hey, I think 21's the sweet spot. 21's the sweet spot. Maybe see what Philly has and do an average and get into that zone right there. For me, it's like not the amount of coaches, the quality of the coaches. I think if you have quality coaches, it's not going to matter how many you have. It's just, are they good coaches? Are they good at their job? And do you have the talent that they can mold and work with? So yeah, expanding coaching staff sounds good on paper, but are they good coaches? And from what I see from these guys, I'm liking the hires. I think they are good coaches. I think it's going to help.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. I again, we will see. We fought hard to grow this staff, and again, we are still the smallest coaching staff.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do what you want with that, everybody. A couple of things here, Mike. I also want to talk about a little off of football news, but Troy Fautanu. I want to say big congratulations to him that he's getting married. Troy Fautanu, Mike, our new left tackle. Of course, rookie 2 years ago, didn't play, had an injury last year, played right tackle, played very well. Get nothing but good things said about him. Moves to left tackle this year due to the situation we have going on. Troy Fautanu, congratulations, getting married. One tip. One thing I ask. It's not even a tip. One thing I ask, please don't have any kids during the regular season. Please plan it out appropriately to have your kids during the off season. That's all I ask. Other than that, good luck, brother. I'm just, you know what I mean?
This only applies to the starting 22.
Yes. Yeah. Anybody beyond that, I don't care.
Anyone beyond that, and Boswell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything outside of that, we're good. We're good here, brother.
I don't want to hear in week
Maybe
7
Brock Hoffman,
next year that Troy Fautanu can't make it to the game because they only go into labor whenever the guys are playing. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
They never go during the off days or anything like this.
They're all miserable and hot. Like, motherfucker, fuck you. I'm having this kid now.
Right. And you got to deal with that. And you have to prepare for the Steeler game. Come on. We can't take that. I'm just saying, please.
This is Fautanu. Think of us.
Yeah.
Think of the 2 Dum Yinzers in the rest of the Steeler Nation.
Plan accordingly, please. We would do it for you.
I changed my life for you.
I would change my life for Mrs. Fatanu.
I saw a picture of her. She did look rather attractive.
I can't imagine she wouldn't. I don't know. Have you ever seen any pro athlete that ever is with an average looking woman? You rarely see it. You know what? I know that I have seen it a few times.
Yeah, I've seen it too. Yeah,
but it's very rare. I mean,
it's very rare.
But that's like throwing your career away. Why would you be a professional athlete and not go after the hot chick? You might as well just. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You might as well not take the money. You know what? I'll play football for free.
Hey, love is love.
To the victor go the spoil, they
love
say.
Is love.
Let's continue. Let's go right here on the board, Mike, to stay caught up. Tyrone Cleveland has a. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, so if we hit it successful and you can replace me with a hot host, you would?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm sure you're glad to know that I thought about it at least. I would never. I would never.
For 1 second, you're like, yeah.
I would never. In your twisted mind, you think that I would, but I wouldn't.
I got it on tape. You said you would.
I tend to like you sometimes.
No, don't make me put this
come on, man. Let's continue.
I was going to get rid of that. I'm keeping that from now on.
I hate that thing.
Anytime I sense there's going to be a tense moment between us, I'm just going to put that picture up.
I hate that thing. Let's move along. Lindsay says, definitely hope he goes to the Heat too. Vegas. Steel Oil says, shut up, Lindsay. I was going to start with that one. I was going to start up with shut up, Lindsay was the first message. No Heat, please, knows what Tyrone is saying. LeBron is signing with the passion. Hey, we'll take him. Big game coming up this week. Jello Donut. Always great seeing Jello Donut in the house. My man, he says, you guys talk about the Colts looking like they're interested in Alex Highsmith. You know what, man? I don't know. That's just what they're talking about in Indianapolis. I wanted to share it. With the Steeler faithful. Let's go to Steel Loyal, but I do like to say what's up to Jello Donut. Always great to see you on the terrible board. Let's go right here. Steel Loyal says the passion sounds like an WNBA name team, and it is. It's our female football team here in Pittsburgh. Going into the conference championship game this Saturday. Let's go to Jello. Joe says this, some indie reporter remote. Yes, exactly. That is exactly the comment that we were talking about, Jello. That is exactly what we're talking about. Let's go here to Vegas. Vegas says, I don't think LeBron is going to the Cavs to play with Harden. Remember, he didn't pick him at all in that All-Star draft he did with Durant. Lindsay says, shh. That's what my next shirt's going to be when we start working on our merchandise. Let's go to Robert. Robert says, LaFlop needs to retire already. Vegas says, Bronny. Big Bronny, baby. How's he? Is he still with the... Where the hell is he at?
He just signed a new contract with the Lakers.
Okay. I'm wondering how this team's going to look. The new look Lakers. Let's go to Tortilla, the Indiana.
Bunch of honkies.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, you got the one guy is really good, but at the end of the day, they are all white guys. I'm just saying. I don't know. My money
Austin Reeves isn't bad. Austin Reeves isn't bad.
My money tends to run with the brothers in sports. I'm just saying.
Call me mine too.
Call me crazy. Let's go here to Tortilla. He says the Indiana Fever offered LeBron $300,000 a year. Hey, he can go out there and miss layups. I can see it. Let's go to Steel Loyal. Vegas watch. He's going to Cleveland. Lindsay says, I just want to know what kind of dad leaves his kid in L.A. That was interesting. Interesting way to put that.
Shit, the one that goes, oh, son, you just signed a $2 million contract? Oh, cool. You can get your own apartment.
Get the hell out of my house already, kid.
Right? Every parent's dream.
Change your damn name. Until you get better at basketball, stay away from me. Tyrone says this. Hold up, Ryan. Don't say if the Heat needed Braun, not the other way around. After he left, they were asked the same as what doing earlier. That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, I don't know. You're really barking up the wrong tree for this basketball argument. I used to love basketball. I grew up on basketball, but it's turned away from being a good game and turning into a show, which is fine. But again, watch college basketball, then watch the pros. You definitely understand what I'm talking about. One is very competitive. One is a show. Let's go here. Vegas. He's certainly made it kind of home, even though he's from Akron at Steel Loyal. Very close to Cleveland, of course. Tortilla says, I heard LeBron is signing with Red Robin. Vegas says this. I hope y'all have the over in the Royals game today. It's 6-1 in the first already. Who's playing the Royals? I'm not real sure. Lindsay says this. Yeah, Mike, we're not going down that road. Tyrone. He says, I would trade Highsmith next off season. Agreed, Mike. Absolutely. I don't think he'll be a free agent next off season, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to Tyrone. I would trade Highsmith second and fourth. Let's go, Lindsay. Lindsay said, I actually like Sawyer. I think he's going to be good. So far, looks good. A couple interceptions in his rookie year. He seems to be a kind of guy that ends out in just being in the right place at the right time. Sometimes that's a ability. I don't know what it is. That's never been me. But so far, he's been in the right place at the right time a couple of times. Let's go here to Tyrone, OSU boy Sawyer. Yes, sir. Sandy. Let's go to Lindsay. Lindsay says Tyrone, LeBron sucks. Go down here to Chris. Chris says this, my man from South Florida. Christopher says if Jack Sawyer gets 5 sacks before the trade line, Alex Smith will be traded then, but not before the trade deadline. Tortilla says trade Highsmith for LeBron's used socks. Let's go to Tyrone. He says, Chris, hot take for that, not bad idea for real. Lindsay says, won't fit this broken ankle Tortilla. Let's go to Lindsay again. Lindsay says this. She says, I think it takes 9 months, so it won't be this year. Yeah, I know, but it won't be this year. But you know what? You know when it'll be? It's when we get comfortable with him at left tackle and we need him and we have a young quarterback next year and we need our left tackle to be better than ever. That's probably when it'll be. That'll be my guess. Mark me down on that, Vegas. Let's go here. Aaron says, F the opponents. Let them sit on the locker room floor. Absolutely. Make them sit in filth. Make them sit in the bus. Vegas says, why sign a contract to give half your stuff away whenever she decides she's done or she graduated from the marriage? Vegas says, Bradshaw had a famous ice skater. Lindsay says, old Derpy. Derpy did win the contest. He did.
He did.
He won the annual Stinky Pickle Award. It is the first. It's the inaugural. However, it is also going to be the annual Stinky Pickle Award. Derpy, just like the Stanley Cup, Mike, we would etch his name in it. Into the Stinky Pickle. Let's continue on right here. Yes, Derpy won. Tyrone says, Mike, what the fuck? I was on your team. Lindsay says, Torcia says, the Los Angeles Skaters. Robert says, JoJo Starbuck. Vegas says, yes, sir, at Robert. Of course. Let's go here. Everyone remembers JoJo. Vegas says, Mike the Tat Man. There's Mike the Tat Man. Vegas says, even better. Even better. Tyrone says, I hope Max beats out Cook and Dunker beats out Hoffman. You know what? I'm hearing that, as a matter of fact, it was from Kaboli actually said this, Mike. I was reading a little bit this morning that he was saying that Dunker's been playing most of his reps behind Mason McCormick at left guard so far in all the workouts. So I don't know. Is that what's going on? I mean, he was talking about Brock and Spencer being the competition at right guard.
I don't like that.
I don't like it at all.
No, because we did all this work developing Mason McCormick, and he's a better player than Brock Hoffman. I don't get it. I don't like that if true. I'm not a big fan of Hoffman or Anderson. I want to see what Dunker can do. I don't think he should be the one behind McCormick.
Yeah, I read that this morning.
Makes zero sense to me.
But I mean, let's continue on the board here. Let's go to Tice. As if Anderson is right guard, I'm going to be pissed. Tortilla says Vanilla Maroon 5 Thunder. And Lindsay says Dunker's winning. But again, guys, this article I read this morning, it's up. If you're looking at Steeler News today on the internet, I do know that he reported that Dunker's been getting a lot of reps, from what I understand, behind Mason in the right guard position. Battle has been primarily Spencer Anderson and Brock Hoffman. So just very interesting. Keep that in mind. Dunker Tyrone, he says, oh God, what the fuck are we doing? Anderson is not good, and at that rate, then be better. Hoffman start. We will see at training camp. Everyone, we just can't wait. I can't wait for all these answers, Mike, these questions to be answered just 3 weeks away as camp starts. Let's go right here to Steel Oil. Steel Oil says this: we don't know the depth chart of the trenches until the pads come on. You want to do something fun? Let's talk about a couple more things, Mike. But I do have, I grabbed, who was it? Let's see if I can find it here real quick. I could actually pull it up for 1 second. Perhaps. Right here. Mike, this is USA Today. USA Today actually made the AI make a prediction of the final 53 roster, which I think is interesting. We'll talk about that in just a moment. USA Today their AI made their prediction for the Steelers' final 53. We'll kind of do that as we round out the show today. Let me grab a couple here. Steel Loyal says we won't know the depth chart. We did get that. Lindsay says you should know Steel. You and Somber are our insiders. Let's talk about a couple things here, guys, as this is the part of the show. Mike, also an article that happened over the weekend, maybe last week. I don't know what it was. I just snatched it real quick as we were going on. Will Harmon extend Cam Hayward's career? And just the improvement of the defensive line. Maybe if Black could get in there. And again, you're just more things are happening on the defensive line. Can this extend Cam into his 40s? I mean, another contract, the guy's going to be ancient.
I don't want him here after this contract expires. He has one more year left on it.
And neither do I.
The only thing, he's not holding anyone back right now. That's the thing. But how many years can you keep relying on him to go out there and keep playing the way he does? To have the handful of good games that he does, the handful of average games that he does, and the couple stinkers that he does. How long is it going to be until it turns into no good games, average games, and then more stinkers than average games? You know, it can happen at any moment, especially when you're getting to his age. I'm okay with him this year, but I want to see some of these guys rotate more in. You know, I don't need him playing a shit ton of snaps. You know, the less is better. Let some of these younger guys get in there and see what they can do. They can play better. It's definitely this year, and then to see how he does. But I don't want him extended anymore. It needs to come to an end at some point.
My remaining two topics, Mike, that I grabbed were both about the defense. That's why I kind of saved until the second half of the show. Of course, the thinning safety position seems to have a lot of people concerned, Mike. Of course, you have, 4 guys back there totally between Brisker and Savage and who are my other guys? Help me.
Brisker, Elliott
Brisker, Savage. And the kid.
And Castro, and you can. I throw Jalen Ramsey in that bunch.
Well, that's the point I'm going to make. So hold your thought. My bad. So people are they're concerned about this. The safety spot seems very thin. This is a concern. This is my position. My point was this, Mike. Why aren't we even throwing Jalen Ramsey's name into consideration? Yeah. Yes, I understand you want to use him in different ways. I understand you want to try to make things happen, possibly. But at the end of the day, if you need it, why isn't that being brought up even? I mean, they talked about the switch last year, helping out at safety. Yeah. It was such a. Why is this not even being mentioned? Am I missing something?
Because I know they want to play the star position or the mushroom position or the raccoon tail position, whatever Mario World name they're giving that nickelback position. That's what they want him to play. Okay, yeah, you play him there. As long as you have your top dogs at safety. One of those goes down. Hey, Jalen, you're going to go to that spot. And then, Eccles, you're going to slide into this role. You have to move people around at that point. But I still put him in that safety role. Yeah, he's like the big nickel, the star, the whatever. He can still line up anywhere you need him on the field.
Exactly.
You can move him around. So, yeah, I quantify him in that position. He's a corner and he's a safety. He has that positional flexibility. So I'm not stressed about it. You can move him around. And if Dalen Everett is playing as well as they think he is, why don't you, if someone gets hurt in the safety position, you can't find quality people to fill that position, move Jalen there and put Everett in that star position and put him in that role.
I was going to say, why am I not as concerned about it as everybody else is about the safety spot? Like people can, every time you talk to somebody, the safety is getting it. I mean, guys, you got starters, you got 2 backups, you have a couple other guys that can play. Yeah. I'm not getting it, Mike.
You can't have starter depth at every position in a salary cap league.
Exactly.
You have your 2 starters, you have a primary backup. Then after that, you got guys on their rookie contract. That's just the reality of the situation. But I think this is just people trying to find something to panic about and worry and complain about. Like, you can't have, like I said, you can't have starters everywhere on the team. You got 2 really good starters, a quality backup, and then guys. That's the reality of the NFL. That's how it is at every position. Outside of certain areas, like if you plan for it, like I want heavy at this position because I value it more than somewhere else. So when we have better depth at edge rusher than we do at safety, we value that position more. It's the way it works.
And finally, Mike, talking about this defense concerns, likes. Mike, this was something that I grabbed. Kind of performance from Peyton Wilson this year. Mike, what if he here's a problem. People are saying that he's expected to have a breakout season. He's just about that point in his early career where he could really use a big year. Mike, but what if he underwhelms? What if this is the thing? What if the league learned Peyton Wilson? What if there isn't a greater upside to Peyton Wilson? Now, don't get me wrong. I think he has amazing talent. I think he could do a lot of things out there. He's all over the field. But at the end of the day, Mike, the fact that it's in question at this point leaves the option out there that it could go the opposite direction. People say, well, he could have this great breakout year and really help in the middle of the field and really be able to help stop in the run in the middle. And but what if, Mike? What if the one what if about Peyton Wilson is not that many people are talking about? What if he underwhelms this year? What do you do with that inside linebacker position? Again, you have Patrick Queen most likely on his way out the door. You have a couple of backups that I think are underwhelming with Malik Harrison and Cole Holcomb with his history of injuries. And again, what if Peyton Wilson underwhelms? Nobody's really expecting him to have a dive. Everyone's kind of expecting this to be a good year, which is logical. But at the end of the day, nothing is written in stone.
Nothing's written in stone. He did finish 10th in solo tackles last year. So
well, he had to make all the tackles that Queen missed.
Yeah, and like if he can stay around that area, but like I want to see more wrap up face-to-face tackles than tackles from the side, tackles from behind. Now, is that scheme? Is that him? Is that, like you said, the league figuring him out? And if he kind of plays the same, you don't see the growth on the film and the play, but the production's still there. You got to look at draft and free agency. Like we've addressed the line, starting to address certain positions here and there in the draft. I think linebacker we would have to address earlier in the draft. I know a lot of us were kind of wishing we would have found someone in this draft to put in because there were some good linebackers in there, but it's the way the board fell and the way the team was constructed. But you definitely got to look in the draft and free agency of linebacker because you figure Queen's going to be gone, and if he going into year 4 hasn't a year 3 didn't show any growth, and you're going into that year 4, that contract year, you got to start looking for replacements at that point. And I hope he can, step it up with this new scheme. So it's a lot's going to be answered this year for him and for the entire team and the scheme.
And Mike, I think that's why everybody's so excited about this training camp. A lot of questions need to be answered before the season even starts. Yeah. And there's going to be even more questions as the season concludes. So everybody's just chomping at the bit to get this camp started, Mike.
Yeah, and this camp this season is it's vital. We're going to find out, like, are guys really were they underperforming, or was it the scheme? Or what if they take a step back and if they don't maybe they just don't work out for the new scheme that we have, we're going to have to move on from them or just adjust the scheme. So there's going to be a lot of questions answered, but also a lot of questions raised too. But I hope he can step it up. I like him. I think he has a lot of talent, and he can in the modern NFL. He can play that with the speed that he has. He fits that mold for that position of linebacker that teams are looking for.
You're right.
In that role that he's asked to play.
And finally, Mike, Jerome Bettis. We talked about him. I brought up his name earlier anyway, talking about the Jerome Bettis. Jerome Bettis, old Bussy, our good friend. I love Jerome, probably one of my favorite Steelers of all time, Mike. Jerome Bettis believes that the Steelers are 10 times better than 2025. I agree that they're an improved team. I agree that we should be moving a little bit further in every step along the way. But Jerome Bettis, and again, it's not a knock, just a casual, fun comment, Mike. Jerome Bettis, again, 10 times better than 2025. And you know what? If they are, I'll certainly take that with no argument. Please.
I'll take it 10 times better. God damn it. We're winning a shit ton of fucking football. We're winning all the football. We're winning other teams' games. I think we ain't even fucking playing, Jerome. But I get what you're saying.
We had 10 wins, 10 times better. It means we get 100 wins this year. Let's go with that. Baby. Let's go with that.
I will fucking take that.
Mike,
that's 7 Super Bowls.
Let's grab some messages, and then I do want to get into what the AI says our roster is going to look like.
I can't wait.
it's going to be a good one, Mike. Give me a second. Let's get back to some messages, and then we'll do that. Steel Loyal says this: we won't know the depth chart of the trenches until the pads come on. True, very true. Lindsay says this: you should know, Steel. You and Somber are insiders. Tortilla says this: trade JPJ, start Anderson, and put Howard on the practice squad. Tyrone says this. Ty says this: even insiders don't start. Don't starters yet after training camp. We will. Lindsay says, yeah, it was a joke. Of course. Let's go here to Tyrone. Tyrone says, I know. I was just saying. Tortilla says, sources tell me RB is meeting with LeBron right now. It could be happening. It could be happening, guys. Tyrone says, I can't wait till our training camp, though. Better see Peasy out there, or I'll never go again. You will see Peasy out there, baby. I just, come on. I had a feeling. Let's go here to Ty. Ty also says this to follow up. He says this, matter of fact, if Peasy's not signed by a few days before, he says, I'm not even going to go. I'm not even going to go. Let's hope that's not the case. Let's continue on right here. Robert says this, I named my Mastiff Jennings for a reason. He will be starting sooner than later. I for your sake, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. And for the team's sake as well, and for your dog's sake, of course. Robert, pretty cool story. Let's go to Steel Loyal. He says this, I want Everett to be the same way as Ramsey. I would love it, man, for sure. Let's go to Steel Loyal. He says chess piece. Absolutely. Given what we were saying, Tyrone Everett can play DB and safety. He says this, I'm sure will be worked at both. I couldn't, more than likely right. Lindsay says, I think Wilson will be fine. Tyrone says, linebacker, safety, D-line. My worry is we made good ads. I got faith in Graham, but players still got to play and be at the right place. That's a very good point. Mm-hmm. We did touch that at the top of the show, Mike. You can bring in the best team in the world. If you don't come in and do your job, you know what? It's gonna fall apart. You're gonna shit the bed.
Yeah, execution's one part of the equation.
Nobody's gonna roll over.
Yeah, it's one like we as fans kind of like overlook, especially if it comes to like players that we like. Are they executing what they were told to do?
Right.
And, sometimes we hand wave it away. I'm guilty of it too. We all are. But yeah, execution's key, man.
Nobody's going to roll over because we're the Pittsburgh Steelers anymore. Mm-hmm. It's not the 70s, So these guys got to go out and make it happen. Lindsay says, I wish he was the green dot, to be honest, talking about Peyton Wilson. Tyrone says this in response, Wilson's year 3. I want him to get the green dot. PQ can't do it. And that's starting to, even last year people were making that argument. Right here, Tyrone says my top 3 positions next season: quarterback, linebacker, safety. Has to be first 3 picks, or if we go free agency, one of those positions. And I'm sure those will all be big topics for sure moving forward. Ty Steel Loyal says Wilson damn near the fastest dude. That's what I'm saying. Steel, I don't have a doubt in him, but again, we'll see what kind of year he has. He's very athletic, Mike. He's sideline to sideline. A lot of times Peyton Wilson's chasing guys around that other people were, 10, 15 yards behind, and they started to play closer. So again, at the end of the day, Peyton has mad talent. No two ways about it. A lot of people's calling for the breakout year, though. I'm just saying, what if it's underwhelming? That's that's the question.
Yep. If it's underwhelming, you definitely got to start looking for upgrades.
Right.
And especially for like a guy that wasn't part of this coaching staff. Yes, he was part of the Colin Weedle draft class, but not part of the Graham McCarthy regime. So that stuff does play into it, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like there's only if you play well, they'll be like, all right, cool. But if you don't, man, he wasn't one of our guys. Let's put one of our guys in there and make it better. That's just how it goes in sports, man.
And in our guys' terms, I mean, everybody that's coaching for this team is a Dallas Cowboy or Green Bay coach. So you might as well,
right? Bring over those rosters. Hey, so does that mean we're getting Micah Parsons? We trade him. I would say we make the trade for a Peyton Wilson right now for Mike, but Mike's knee's all fucked up. So
yeah. Let's go to Sommer. Mike Sommer says this. Hopefully he can put on some muscle. He gets pushed. He does get pushed. Yes. He's kind of undersized. But you know what? That size inside linebacker seems more. You see that more every day now, Mike. It's not the big guys. It's not the Ray Lewis. It's not Levon Kirkland. Everybody is more built the way that these guys are. That seems to be the trend, Mike.
Yeah, and that's why you hope now with the new scheme and the big guys up front can eat some blocks. So we don't know how the defensive front's going to be used. And get those guys into the right spots to scheme and then to play the D-line in front. It all goes hand in hand. That's why I keep saying we'll see. We got to wait and see.
Somber says this in response. To finish up his comment, really, he says, they'll take another defensive tackle. LOL. It is the Steelers. You know what? It's a very good possibility.
Hey, get another big bastard up front. I'm all for it.
And you know what? That could be the end of Cam's run, but who knows? We'll see.
Oh, please.
Tortilla says my top 3 positions next year are doggy, 6'9", and the gentleman's headlock. The best yet. Game ball going to Tortilla with a big play, Mike, a late big play in his game. He's getting the game ball. Let's jump over to take a look at what this, Mike, this is what, let me see, where did it go? Right here. AI makes 53-man roster prediction for the Steelers with a major quarterback 2 shakeup. This is according to USA Today. Mike, this is according to USA Today. This is what is being said by the AI. According to USA Today, Mike, our quarterbacks, we're going to carry 3 of them. We're going to have 3 quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers 1, Will Howard 2, Drew Aller 3, according to AI in USA Today, saying the Steelers will have 3 quarterbacks. We're talking about the final roster. The roster of 53 running backs, Mike, they're saying we're going to carry 4 running backs. Jalen Warren 1, Rico Dowdle 2, Caleb Johnson 3, Travis Homer 4. That's an interesting take. Also, Mike, fullback Riley Nowakowski, which I think Riley, the young man, is going to make this roster.
Yeah.
I think the position is there for him.
Yeah, it's made for him. Yep.
It's made for him, and we don't really have another guy to play that particular spot and to do the things that fullbacks do. Riley Nowakowski, Mike, you're trying to get an idea what these young kids, what their future is going to be. Riley will certainly be on this team.
Meet Wad 2.0.
Meet Wad 2.0. Mike, here is the wide receiver room according to AI and USA Today. Wide receivers in this position, in this order: DK Metcalf 1, Michael Pittman 2, number 3, Germie Bernard, number 4, Roman Wilson, number 5, Ben Skoranek, number 6, Caden Weegan. Mike, is the wide receiver room according to AI. Travis Homer, Lindsay, it's that cat that we brought over. He is a special team specialist, I think, pretty much to take Miles Killebrew's spot on special teams. But Travis Homer, because he's a running back, has that position locked. So I think that's what's being said there. Let's scoot along right here to the tight ends. Let's go to tight end room. Pat Freiermuth, number 1, Darnell Washington, number 2, and of course Aaron Rodgers' former teammate Robert Tonyan made the roster according to AI. Mike, they have him as the 3rd tight end on the team. Offensive tackles in this order: Troy Fatanu, Max, Dylan Cook. Those are 3 offensive tackles in that order. Let's go to and then of course Broderick Jones on the IR being the 4th. Let's go to the guards, Mike, on the team. Our guards in this position, according to AI, number 1, Mason McCormick, number 2, Dunker, number 3, Spencer Anderson, Mike, which is interesting. Again, this is AI. You have to remember this is AI. And then again, center, Mike, center, they have 2 centers listed as Zach Frazier and Brock Hoffman. Is where AI has at the center position, finishing up this 53-man roster. Mike, let's go to the defensive side of the ball. This is what USA Today and AI has listed as the Pittsburgh Steelers' final 53. As Ty says on the board, AI knows balls. Defensive line in this order: Cam Hayward, Derek Harmon, Keanu Benton, Sebastian Joseph Day, Y.A. Black, Adamio, and Gabriel Rubio, Mike, making this team according to AI, coming in at that 7th defensive line slot. Number 4, if you want to take any guesses, the edge rushers, they have 4 of them. You want to take any guesses? TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, and Jack Sawyer. Let's continue down and look at the inside linebacker room. We talked about, Mike, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Cole Holcomb, Carson Bruner. I'm not seeing any Malik Harrison on this inside linebacker room. Let's get down here to the secondary. I know a lot of people are concerned about the secondary, or there's thoughts. Some people can be very into it. Some people can be very concerned, talking about safety positions. This is what the AI told us, Mike. Cornerbacks: Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter Jr., Jamel Dean, Asante Samuel Jr., Brandon Eccles, and Dalen Everett. And finally, at the safety spot, Mike, 4 safeties listed on this particular list. It is Jaquan Brisker, Deshaun Elliott, Darnell Savage, Robert Spears Jennings is your 4 safeties. Chris Boswell will be your kicker. Cam Johnston will be your punter. Christian Kuntz will be your long snapper. Mike, how close was AI with this 53-man roster?
Really fucking close. really goddamn close. Only one like Caleb Johnson. He might be the one that I kind of throw a challenge flag on. It could be him or Heidenreich. But outside of that, it may be Logan Lee over Otowomo. But that's about it. That's good fucking list.
But what do we always say, Mike? Isn't it? It's pretty. You can get pretty close to get your 53. There's always, these few positions that are the outside. They, for the most part, about 96% of what your roster is going to be. And again, as you listen to this list, and we don't know what the final list is going to be, but at the end of the day, you can get pretty close if you know your team, with the exception of some of these outside spots, Mike. But I think that this confirms it very, very close to what I would have had, Mike. Just maybe a name here, maybe a name there that could have been switched or behind another person in the depth, but pretty damn close.
Because with that O-line, Hoffman, he can play center or guard if you need him. Dylan Cook can play left and right tackle. That's good O-line. The D-line, the linebackers, that's more of that out. Like I said, outside of maybe Heidenreich and Logan Lee, that kind of looks like my 53-man roster.
It's close. Again, I can't imagine that it'll be that far off from this. And
if you want to keep 4 quarterbacks, you kick off one of the defensive linemen.
Right.
Like that's like AI knows ball, like Tyrone said.
Yeah, let's get through some more, man. We did get some comments on this, and then we're just kind of at that time of the show, unfortunately. Let's go right here. To Steel Loyal Wilson, damn near the fastest dude on our team. Somber says, hopefully, okay, we did get that. We got that. Let me go right down here. Lindsay, who's the 4th running back, that was Homan, or what's his name? Travis Harmer. Let's go to Tyrone. Sounds pretty accurate. It says AI knows ball. Steel Loyal AI got Rubio making the roster. And again, there's the few spots that you would disagree, I think. Possibly Rubio.
Yeah, that was one of the ones. That was Rubio. Yeah, that was the Rubio over Logan Lee. It was the one. Not I forgot about.
Yahoo.
Yeah, Otowomo.
Let's go right here. Lindsay says Ramsey, first degree. Let's go to Steel. My mom thinks I'm autistic because I know all the players and their numbers.
Do you like trains?
Do you like trains? We can really get to the bottom of this. Let's go here to Somber. It's going to be Eli versus Travis, not Eli versus Caleb.
I don't know. I think Homer's going to be in there. He's going to take that Miles Killebrew spot.
Yeah, I don't think that he does not make just because that's why he was brought here was to fill the Miles Killebrew spot.
Yeah, and to be that punt protector guy and the keys. I think he's going to be the special teams captain.
Let's go here. Somber says they aren't even the same style of backs. AI is gay. Tortilla says, and Steel Loyal answers your question, Mike, by saying chew. Hey, that's all right, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website, and then we're going to get to this trivia of the day.
Yeah, the2dumyinzers.com. We got some articles over there. Got a fresh one posted up over I think it was like last Friday. I threw it up. You had a chance to check it out. Check it out today. We got all of our social media links over there. And if this is your thing, you can check out the merch store, where you can proclaim your love for Dick LaBelle, amongst other things.
Yes,
maybe even a shh.
Maybe a shh coming
up.
And
don't shush me.
No, don't shush me. I like that. Like his and hers, Mike. It's kind of like his and hers.
His is don't shush me. Hers is shush.
Yes, I'm shh, and yours is don't shush me. I like that.
Yeah. I'll make sure yours has pink fingernails.
No. Let's continue. Mike Tortilla says, I like trains and midnight grilled cheese. Self-diagnosis.
Oh, so you autistic and Downsy. Damn, that explains a lot.
Oh, way to make fun of the retarded people, Mike. I thought we was going to get through this show without making fun of retarded people.
Well, we were already making fun of Derpy.
Okay. Tyrone says, great show, you bastards. Thank you, sir. You're great as always. Steel Loyal said he's making them at night, I swear. Go check out the website. Lots of cool stuff over there. www.d2dumyinzers.com. That's www.d2dumyinzers.com. Lots and lots of cool stuff. Go check it out. Mike does a lot of work over there. And lots over there to check out. What's that, Mike?
You're making them cheese, Danny.
Making them cheese.
They'll know. They'll understand.
All right, there you go, Mike. So let's get into this trivia question of the day. Put on your thinking cap. Everybody on the board, put your thinking caps on as well. Everybody at home. This is going to be, again, like I said earlier, it's going to have to do with Germie Bernard and it's going to have to do with Roman Wilson, Mike. One of the bigger competitions, one of the competitions I think that a lot of people are excited about seeing here in camp in 3 weeks, Mike. Question is about those two young gentlemen, and the question is about them in college. So put on your thinking caps. Here we go, guys. Germie Bernard and Roman Wilson are fighting for the third wide receiver spot for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike, which one of these guys had more touchdowns in college? This should be easy. Take a minute to think that over, guys. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. every day right here on the Tube.
On Tube.
So the question of the day, Mike, is which one of these two gentlemen? One played Alabama, one played Michigan, who was on a really good championship team. At the end of the day, it was a 4-touchdown difference. That is the hint. Which one of these two young men finished with more touchdowns in college? Mike, the difference is 4. That is the hint. Think that over, guys. Let me go back to the board here real quick. Tortilla says, I'll drop a Tolmanism like my mama miss him. Let's go to Ty. Ty says there's no competition. Lindsay says yes. Roman Wilson, wide receiver 1. Tortilla saying Roman Wilson had more touchdowns. Michigan was cheating. Again, it's a 4-touchdown difference. One was with Alabama, the other one on a national championship winning Michigan team. Mike, what's your thought process? Lindsay saying Roman Wilson. Bernard, easy work. Tyrone. Mike, what's your thought on which one of these two wide receivers had more touchdowns? Again, it's a 4-touchdown difference in college.
Yeah, I'm going with Roman.
Feeling confident with Roman?
Yeah, I'm confident with Roman.
All right. And that's your final answer.
It's my final answer. I really have no reason as to why, but someone had to catch the ball at Michigan.
All right. I you know what? I would assume that people would have leaned that way, even if they didn't know. But I was just checking with you, so I'm going to lock you in, Mike. Yeah. You were locked in on a Roman Wilson. Tortilla said Roman had like 10 touchdowns plus, if I remember correctly. Steel Loyal said Roman scored a lot. Guys, again, it was a 4-touchdown difference. That's all. It's only a 4-touchdown difference. As a matter of fact, the spread is 22-18. 22-18. I don't know, Summer. The numbers I have is 22 touchdowns for Roman, and also I'm seeing 18 for Germie. If you could find different and pull that individually, we'll certainly look at it. But right here, guys, the information I have is it's a 4-touchdown difference. Roman Wilson 22, Germie Bernard 18. And if Google's saying it's 7 touchdowns for Roman, then it's really irrelevant. Roman is the answer to the question, Mike. You did get that right, and everybody else that did pick Roman Wilson, according to Google this morning, anyway, had Roman Wilson at 22 touchdowns in college, and Germie Bernard with the same amount of years, 4 years for both of these kids in college. Both did 4 years. He got 18 touchdowns, was in Alabama, and moved a little bit early in his college career. Not at Alabama the whole 4 years. So that is the answer, guys. Roman Wilson. Somber says I'm seeing 20-13. So who knows? But does it say Roman Wilson? We'll stick with that and just roll with that. But again, at the end of the day, it was Roman Wilson. He did have more touchdowns than Germie in college. So is that going to make the competition any better in training and camp, Mike? I don't know. Don't know.
But they are working with the route guard together.
They are working with the route guard, Mike. You might as well turn this 40 touchdowns that they got in college into 60 touchdowns next season because they're working with the route guard.
Hey, and they're 10 times better.
And they're 10 times better, according to Bussy, of course. Guys, let's go right here. Still Loyal says total touchdowns, Sommer. They might be just counting receiving. That's a very good point. Mike, your thoughts today's show? That could very well be what it is, Steel Loyal.
Yeah, hopefully, those two working together with the route guard, they'll come into training camp crisp and ready to go. The clips I saw, they look good, but they're both part of the 1% of athletes that make the NFL. So obviously they are going to look good doing their drills. Hopefully that it translates over, because I like the little bit of that we've seen from Roman Wilson last year when he played, when he had a chance to get the ball in his hand. He looks like he's a guy who can make plays. And Germie, coming from college, also looks like a guy that can make plays. I'm really excited to see what these two can do, because I think this offense is going to be fun to watch.
Germie did have about 500 more yards. Yes, he did. That's true. Somber. I couldn't agree with you, Mike. I couldn't agree with you more. I agree with you 100% on that. And again, it's going to be very interesting. And listen, I think having this issue with the fighting for the number 3 is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Competition always breeds greatness, Mike. So again, if this makes both of these young men better, certainly it can maybe catapult Roman and get Germie off to a good start. We'll certainly take it. For our team, it's beneficial both ways. Roman won. I was righteous. Lindsay was not gonna. She was not gonna let me go until I made the announcement. Lindsay was right yet again. One of those touchdowns was on JPJ. Tortilla is saying, "Let's go here. Let's go to." Gonna go right here. Total touchdowns. Okay, got that. Tyrone says, "Yeah, Bernard played with Boston and the in Chicago wide receiver. Then Ryan Williams with Bama. That's why he transferred. Gotcha. Did see he moved around a little bit early in his career. Finished up at Alabama. Of course, Bernard hasn't scored on JPJ yet. Sommer says, LOL, Tortilla couldn't help himself. Lindsay, you're always right.
She's always right.
She is always right.
Even when she's wrong, she's right.
And that's right. That's the safest route to go, of course. But that's what's going on, guys. Pittsburgh Steelers, 3 weeks from this week, Tuesday of that week, they will be showing up. Wednesday, they will be kicking off camp officially. So, guys, we are that close. We were within a little over 3 weeks away, 69 days till they kick off the season at Acrisure Stadium, hosting the Atlanta Falcons to kick off the 2026 campaign. And a lot of stuff in between then, Mike. We have camp, we have preseason, a lot of battles, a lot of things coming down the pike for our Pittsburgh Steelers. And we will be here for it as we are every year, all year around, talking about it, guys, getting ready for this big season, guys. And I think a lot of improvements coming along the way for the Steelers. So very excited.
Yeah, big time. I can't wait.
Bernard will have more than 166 yards by week 5, is what Ty is saying. I think that is a jab maybe at Roman. In Vegas says this. Vegas says Bernard followed his coach from school to school. Okay, is that what it was? That's interesting. I did not know that, Vegas. But, Mike, that be it today. We have tonight, of course, Team USA taking on Team Belgium. In soccer, let's hope that the USA can get that win and keep moving along. Bucco's off today as they have a day off before they start this Brave series at home, Mike, as we're sitting at 46 and 45. A little controversy going on with the All-Star votes, but that's the Pirate news as we speak. Both of our soccer teams in Pittsburgh take the loss over the weekend, Mike. I hope that's not a trend for soccer teams that we support.
Yeah, I know, right?
As USA plays tonight.
Yeah, I feel bad. I started tweeting, with the Riveters, and then they lose.
Yeah, hey, you know what? That's what happens, man. You can't always have it, brother.
It's like you got up from your seat and the team scored a touchdown against us. You sit down, you don't move. Go sit in the closet.
Yeah.
It was that kind of feel.
Tortilla says Roman will have 167 by week 5. Mike, your prediction, what's the score of this game going to be tonight, this match? I can't imagine it's going to be high, so
let's go 14-7 Belgium.
14, so 2-1 is what you're saying.
2-1. Yep.
There's still nobody to kick the field goals to make it that, but we'll go with that logic anyway. So Belgium 2-1 is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think Belgium 2-1.
Listen, I'm going to say the USA 2-1.
I
know literally nothing. Right. I literally know nothing about it.
I hope you're right. I hope we can pull it off. But we only really made the World Cup because we're one of the host countries. We weren't looking good pre-tournament. We got a new coach a few months before this thing tournament came in. He turned the team around, but how long can that last? How long can we ride that wave? Hopefully another round. I'm rooting for the boys, but I'm just not overly confident.
How many teams are still in it right now? Is it 16?
We're in the round of 16 right now.
Okay. Hey, what if they win? They'll be in good. I mean, down to 8 teams. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot about it, but I know that's getting there. So I'll take 2-1. I'll take USA. Mike will take 2-1 by way of Belgium. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about that and so much more as we are just inching closer every day to camp. I can't express how excited we are here at the show. Let's grab a couple more messages. Vegas says Coach Kalen Dobier was the head coach at Washington. Then he went to MSU, then left to Bama. Okay, gotcha. Somber says this, LOL, Tortilla on a good one today. Tyrone says, Tortilla, you didn't get it. That's how many yards Roman has in 3 years. Vegas says, not bet if anyone gets injured. You know what? I don't know. Mike, should I do a we'll save that for the Steelers. That's exclusive. That's exclusive. The injury over and under.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And that'll be exclusive for football season. And then Tortilla. But good thought, though, Vegas. Always on top of things. Tortilla, he's saying 2-4. 2-4, the final count, I believe he's saying. Again, we'll be back tomorrow to get into that. So much more. We got the Buccos back in action tomorrow. We got Team USA tonight, heading into a playoff game, like the championship, conference championship game with the Pittsburgh Passion coming up this week. Lots of things going on as we are screaming toward training camp, like just 3 weeks and 2 days away from the actual start. But we'll call it 3 weeks because once we're at that Monday, we're there, baby. There's no turning back then. So, Mike, what you got before we roll?
Everyone have a good day. Let's go Team USA. Pay JPJ.
Pay JPJ. I agree. We should all start getting like the free, like how people put free somebody free.
Yeah.
We should all have that should be a shirt on the store, Mike.
Pay JPJ.
I like that.
Now, Tyrone would buy us out.
And Tyrone just took out the inventory. Thank you, Somber. You as well, my friend. And Lindsay, guys, thank you so much. A couple things before we do go. I do want to say this. If you are going to be having a cold one to take, cool down a little bit, you might as well swing over and get yourself Duquesne Pilsner. Guys, really, really good beer. Available in 6 and 12 packs at Giant Eagle and wherever cases are sold. The people at Duquesne Pilsner are always awesome to us, so we're just doing the same back for them. Perhaps you're not even a big drinker. You can always swing over to their social media, hit the follow button, keep up with what's going on with them, and I'm sure they would appreciate it greatly, guys. Duquesne Pilsner, Mike, we always have it here on tap in the studio for any event that does come along, made right here in Western Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh. Duquesne Pilsner. It says it on the can. Grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke.
Also, Mike, you can also check us out on social media as well. We're on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, guys. Swing by, keep up with what's going on with the Two Dum Yinzers on a day-to-day basis. Hit the follow button and do just that. If you had not yet, do hit the like button down below. Hit the like, sub, share, leave a comment. It all helps us out, guys. It's all greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Finally, I do want to say thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging and checking us out. We do appreciate each and every one of you. We truly, honestly do. We wouldn't do without you guys. Thank you so much. Your voice means everything. That's why we do everything to get every voice that comes out of your mouth on the terrible board out into the world to hear. And because again, we think the world of you. You're the lifeblood of the show. We wouldn't do without our terrible board. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you all guys had a great holiday. And finally, everybody that's at home, maybe in the gym, maybe at work, in the car, listening, watching, whatever the case may be, thank you too, guys. You all rock our world. We hope that we do the same thing for you in return. A couple messages before we roll, Mike, and we are going to take off for the day on this beautiful Monday. Let's go right here. Let's go to Vegas. Over under 100 guys faking like they got shot. Let's go to Lindsay. Bye, guys. Hey, thanks, Lindsay. We'll see you tomorrow. Somber says Calvin Austin had 180 yards in his second year as a Steeler. LOL. Somber says take care, my man. Lindsay says, Mike, don't say trade JPJ. Pay Peasy, there it is. Tyrone's got it up on the board. He's all about the IDIC. Somber, 372 yards as a wide receiver 2 last year. Tortilla says Bernard might get 200 yards this year. Peace, Vegas, my man. Always great seeing Vegas all the way from Vegas. Somber, Tyrone, everybody, guys, thank you so much. You don't even know what you mean. We thank you. We hope to see everybody back tomorrow. We'll be here at our regular time to get into all this and so much more. Mike, one more time, spinning around to you. Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, guys. Peace, Ty, my man. Everybody, thank you so much. We'll see everybody tomorrow, getting closer to Steelers season, one day at a time, right here with the Two Dum Yinzers. For Derpy, for Finch, for RB, for Chop, Mike, myself, the Two Dum Yinzers. Everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love from the Two Dum Yinzers. See everybody tomorrow. Bye-bye.